What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the DeepWater podcast rankings release show. It's your boy Chris. Welcome back, my man Anton. What up, Anton?
What's going on? You guys, can you hear me good? You good?
I can hear you just fine there, buddy.
Okay, good. I got you too. I see. Yeah, is your son over there? He's already hitting us up, saying, "Yo, what up?"
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yep, we got some new additions to the pod. We got comments on the screen now. We're live on YouTube and Twitch right now. Everybody say what's up. No matter where you're at, you comment. We can see it here. We got it on the screen so you can see what people on YouTube are saying. If you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitch, the people on YouTube can see you. So, the new and improved DeepWater podcast.
So dope. It's sick, man. You guys put in some good work, man. I like what you do.
I appreciate it. Hey, you were the first one that was like, "Hey, you're new. What's up?"
Hey, listen, like us media guys got to stick together, right? It's like
I think the first time we really hung out and talked was Philly, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, we're standing in line. They kept pushing the time back on us.
Yeah, so we spent an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Spent like an hour in the media line trying to get into the building.
Yes. Yeah. So what's new, man? We're coming off of a nice little RAF, up there in Milwaukee. That was fun. Did you enjoy Milwaukee?
I made this comment that Milwaukee was like Chicago 100 years ago and just stopped growing.
You ain't wrong.
It just stopped building and stopped growing and just it's like a time capsule of what like a major Midwest city looked like at the 1920s.
Yeah. No, I get that vibe too.
That way.
For sure. It was really smoky day one. It was interesting. We got up there, it was like crazy smoky.
Yeah.
That was our first time, my wife and I, really spending time in Milwaukee. And, I had a pretty good time. At first I was like, yeah, I don't like this town. And I'm nothing against people from Milwaukee, but I was kind of like, this is it. I didn't really like it. But then we got out and kind of walked around, did some stuff, found the restaurant area and the cool little downtown spots. And we actually had a really good time. It was cool.
Yeah, we went after the presser. We went to that little area with like the 2 or 3 different Italian restaurants right there across the street from the hotel.
Oh yeah,
buddy.
Good.
Buddy. The best Italian food I've ever eaten in my life.
That's sweet of you. Keep that a secret, because
in my life
would have liked to known that, but you're holding out on us.
Hey, first of all, I called you and you did not respond. I was inviting you to eat. I called you after the presser, like, "Yo, bro, you want to come eat with us?"
I don't believe it.
So you missed out.
I don't believe that for a second, but it's whatever.
I will pull it up on my phone, bud.
Listen, now I will say, did you know your phone's it's not, it's in my phone, so it should have rang through. For whatever reason, my phone's been going crazy lately, like not getting calls, kicking people to voicemail, not showing up. I got one of my friends that he can text me. It doesn't matter when he texts me. I do not get his text for at least 8 hours after he texts.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But also my wife could have ignored you. She's super rude like that, bud.
That's a lie.
She's in the room. That's how I say it.
I figured she was.
No, it was awesome, man. We would have loved to hang out with you guys. It was cool to kind of get to know the crew a little bit more. We saw, not just you, but you had the others with you that you got to meet everybody.
They'll be with me in Cleveland too.
Cool. It's good stuff.
That's my little road dogs now.
Awesome.
It's nice having 2 other people that can drive now.
Yeah. That makes it real nice, for sure. Even if my son, he comes with us sometimes, but he typically refuses to drive. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I drive a car. The studio might be a little intimidating.
Yeah, if I take the studio, and he will help out every once in a while, but my wife will not if I pull the studio. It's a little intimidating for her, for sure.
You
Yeah,
bringing it to Cleveland?
I'm gonna try, man. I actually would have had it probably maybe in Milwaukee. I put a new heating and air system in it, and so it was still in the shop. But I should be getting it back hopefully this week or maybe next. So
Nice.
I'll be sick. Yeah. Yeah. My daughter's coming to Cleveland, which is going to be really cool. And I think I told you she's married to Silas Allred, he wrestles from Nebraska, or it's a senior this year, but Big Ten champ. Yeah. All American.
You said Silas Red?
Silas Allred.
Yeah. Indiana boy, baby.
Yeah. You know him. Yeah.
Indiana boy, baby.
That's right. I forget you're Indiana because you're almost Michigan.
Hey, don't insult me with Michigan now. Lena said D1 grandbabies.
Do I want grandbabies?
No, Lena said D1 grandbabiys.
Oh yeah. Do I see it now? Yeah, it's like, yeah, always a guarantee to be D1 because I'm not taking any. No, I'm just joking. No, we definitely want grandbabies, but we're not rushing anything,
I'm in the same boat as you, bud.
Yeah, when it's time, it's time. I'm not worried about it.
I'm in the same boat as you. Being a grandpa's going to be sick, but you know what? The kids are going to do what the kids are going to do.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, by the time I was their age, I already had my 2 children, and heck, I think I was getting out of the military by the time I was my daughter's age. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, same life, living the same life, dude.
Yeah.
I had. Let's see, Mateo was 22, so I had my second one by that age.
Okay.
And then Lena's 24, and I had my third one by that age.
Gotcha. Yeah, my daughter's 20, going to be 26, right? 27, and my son's going to be 24. Yeah, pretty crazy.
How old are you? Like
49 tomorrow.
Yeah, you did about the same shit. Happy early birthday, bud.
Let's go.
Everybody say happy birthday to Anton.
That's the only reason I'm doing this podcast is to get some happy birthday wishes. If you understood how untrue that was, it'd actually be funny because I just don't care about the birthdays.
Happy birthday, Unc.
Oh, here we go. See? Already starting in.
Oh, yeah, that's what they do, man.
I know.
Oh, maybe we should, you got that studio, maybe we'll, if you bring it to Cleveland, maybe we'll do something.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'd love for you to come on and see what we can do. But I definitely, it's a cool spot, man. I mean, we get everybody in there. It's good. It's a bit of a setup. I mean, it's pretty much set up, but when you travel, some things have to be unplugged,
Yeah.
and put down. So, but it's cool. I love having it with me because I go in after I get all set up, hit record, and we're rolling.
And plus, Lena will do a little mutual content. She loves doing that shit.
Heck yeah.
She'll be in there with her camera or her phone.
That's good.
Behind the scenes shit for us.
She crushes it. She's doing so good, for sure.
She's killing it with the videos, dude. I'm super helpful. Helpful.
Yeah. We were just discussing, but congrats on the new stuff that's going up. I really like the content you put up today. Max McAnally, that was sick. It's so cool. Sometimes we forget that these people were like kids, and were probably terrible at wrestling at one point, and now it's a great reminder.
Sometimes we forget they're people.
That's very true.
We forget not that they're not human, but like that they're 20. Like Max McAnally is a 21-year-old kid.
Insane.
Who's just living his life.
Right.
And a little post like that. What was that?
Oh, it's a ding on my phone from a text. Sorry.
Oh.
Here you go.
But like a little post like that, like I think when he posted it, he captioned, "Man, time flies. You forget about this is crazy. You forget about stuff like it even almost reminds them like, hey man, remember,
Yeah.
you're still just a kid living your life. Like, don't take yourself too serious, you know?
For sure. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, when I was 21, I was making a lot of mistakes. Couldn't imagine being in those shoes,
Yeah, I mean, I think we were the typical young dumb.
Yeah, I was D1 at messing up for sure. For sure.
We don't want those D1 grandkids.
No doubt. Yeah.
What branch were you in?
Air Force. You?
Navy.
Right on. I went to the Navy first, recruiters first, but I was like, they were like, yeah, man, you'll be on a boat maybe for like 6 months or what. I was like, well, I'm out. I was like, no. Oh, hold on. There's Muggsy. Hold on. Hey, where you at? You at practice or something? Well, I got a podcast here I'm on right now, and I was like, hey, we're going to be discussing the man himself. So, if I don't know what he's doing, I said, but maybe he'll pop on or something. Well, we're gonna be on for like maybe an hour or so. So I don't know I know you just jumped out of the sauna. So, we're on live right now, dude. I'm here on the phone call right now. I'm on live right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me send you a link. Okay. You want me to text it over to you? Sounds good. Later. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I'm gonna send him a text real quick of the link, and then he'll jump on.
Nice.
Yeah. So then we can just jump in, kind of where he's at. So
yeah, do our little conversation we have planned about him, wherever it falls at in the middle.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
I just sent it to him, so you see. I mean, he's literally just got out of the sauna, so he'll probably be shirtless.
That tracks. If he says it doesn't work, just tell him to send his email to you.
Okay.
And just text it over to me, and I'll send the link out to him so I know it works.
All right.
So there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, we'll figure it out. See what he says.
Never mind, it worked. Here's old Muggsy. Well, no camera yet. Right now, I have him with no camera.
I'm gonna tell him.
I think he's turning it on right now. There he is.
Okay.
Hey guys, look.
How we doing, y'all?
Muggsy, old junk. So I'm just as surprised as he is. I'm sure at this point. What's up, dude?
I can throw on some headphones real quick. Unless y'all can hear me just fine. Y'all can hear me just fine, or we good?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh yeah, we can hear you.
I'm in a jacuzzi right now. I'm in a jacuzzi, but it's perfect timing.
That's good, dude. That's
relaxing and live, baby.
What's this podcast? DeepWater?
Oh yeah, baby.
Water.
Is it Chris? Good to meet you, Chris.
Yeah, what's up, man? You remember talking to Wesley at RAF 10 when we were in St. Louis?
Wesley, I met a lot of people there, a whole lot.
Yeah. The blondest, whitest kid you could have met with a DeepWater shirt on.
Now I know. I do.
Yeah, I know that one. Hey, so listen, we're talking RAF rankings. We're talking all this stuff. And there was a question, and I had the question, and I was like, you know what? I would like to know Muggsy's interpretation of this. Chris, you mind if I just jump on that?
Go for it, dude. Okay,
so we're doing the crossover rankings right now, and we're looking at the lightweight rankings and the catch weight rankings. And my question is Muggsy part of this crossover, or does Muggsy go into the regular rankings? Where would you consider yourself in all this RAF catch or RAF crossover, RAF wrestling? I know you'll wrestle anyone, anywhere, anytime. I know that. That's not the question. But if we're looking at you and we're putting you in a category, where do we put you?
Dude, I mean, I only beat one guy, and that was Clay. I mean, I don't want to like disrespect myself and say I'm a low rank.
Well,
Oh
no.
man,
But are you in the catchway? I mean, excuse me, not in the catchway. Are you in the
So
crossover?
I,
You
I
think
would
you're
say I would say crossover. Yeah,
okay? Okay, you're a crossover.
so
Now
here's the
there's the
debate.
rankings right now.
Here's the debate. I say the crossover when I consider crossover rank. You got brought into a rankings release show right now, just so you know where you're at right now.
okay.
I had Anton do the crossover because we're thinking, okay, there's two crossover belts, and the belts are for basically the UFC guys, right? Effectively, what Chad said, right? So the debate was Anton thinks you should be in the crossover rankings or like considered for them, and my opinion is that you should just be in consideration for like whatever your weight class is rankings, because you're not really like the crossovers meant for the UFC guys specifically. And maybe what RAF should do is make an influencer belt and bring some more influencers in and have like a little influencer division.
I'm not mad at the influencer division. I'm not mad at that at all. Granted, but I don't want to wrestle other influencers. I want to challenge myself with these other big names. I got a list of people I want to go against right now. A lot of them in UFC. It's like I want to get Harrison Hudo really fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
I really do. I want somebody who really would challenge me because I get better and better every single day. I train every day. I don't take days off at all. I want to put myself in the crossover because I want these UFC guys. I don't want no easy guys. I don't want. I mean, I'm not saying influencers are easy to beat. I'm not because I can't talk right. I ain't been to college, but at the same time, I want somebody to challenge me because I know I'm better than what people think. I know that for a fact because I get better and better every single day.
Well,
So
you
go
scored the
ahead.
most points on Armin, right? Like, I mean,
Me and Kobe are tied for the most points on Armand currently.
absolutely.
And
So,
so
did
go
you
ahead.
see that? Do you see those wrestlers on your screen? I don't know. I know you got your.
I do.
logo.
I see them all right now.
If you were to place yourself in there, because obviously we didn't know again to put you in or not. If you put yourself in there, and I know this is kind of putting you on the spot, but if you're to say where will you put yourself in that list, and is there any guys other than Henry you already said? Which of those guys do you want to challenge maybe for one of those spots?
I definitely want to get Henry. I wouldn't.
I think you would
Definitely
just
have
beat Marab. I really think you can beat Marab.
I will beat Marab, but Marab is a much smaller guy. I will admit he's way smaller. So, but Henry is
Yeah,
small too. But
Marab
he's still an Olympian. He a two-time UFC champion. I would definitely want to take Henry Cejudo. I would definitely put myself at number 9 or 10.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
what do you think? How do you think wrestling Pico would turn out for you?
Get my ass beat. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, Aaron Pico, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. This damn down. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that right now, bro. That's way too high level. He is way too high level. He's still fresh, young. That guy is spanking people. There's no way.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, bro, I really, really want Henry Cejudo really fucking bad, y'all. I'm feeling the wrestle Henry Cejudo. I want my hands on him really bad.
I like that. I came to you, and obviously these are matches that I love to see you wrestle Edgar. I think you win that match, but I think it's a good matchup. I think you got somebody there that people know, but I think you win that one, and I think it sets you up for the bigger Cejudo or something like that. I really do like that.
I'm gonna talk to Chad about that and Izzy. Hopefully, get that set up for me because they gave me Armand and me and Kobe tied for the most points scored on them. I got a little gassed out, but I'm gonna be honest, I was still smoking at the time. I quit smoking. I gave up all that bullshit. I do more cardio every day. I train more every day, and I'm more equipped to beat these high level guys. I know for a fact I am. A lot of people put me down as an underdog. I'm telling you, I'm way better. I'm more confident in myself to get these matches done and handled. So I'm calling out Henry Cejudo 100%. I want my hands on Henry. I really want to get that guy.
Oh, don't worry, we will clip that and put that out there to help you out.
For
Get
sure.
That.
Put it out there. I'll say that shit. I want that match myself. I want it. So if we can make that happen, we're gonna make that happen. Hopefully Miami or Vegas October, or Miami in September. Sorry, or Vegas in October. But that's the guy I want right now. I want the challenge, bro. Because I know he the Olympian. He a gold medalist, UFC champion. former
yeah.
champion, and I want that challenge. I know I can get it. I know I got it for a fact.
What about you and Lance Palmer?
I wouldn't mind Lance. I want that big hype match. I'm not
I
saying
got
Lance is not hype. Lance is the truth. He underrated as hell. I
Yeah.
want a more hype match that people will doubt me in more. And that's the guy I want is Henry. That's really what I'm looking at. I got a list of guys who I want to call out that's not an REF yet, but
Okay.
Henry's the one guy I want who's already there.
Go get Shemaev, baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a big boy.
You gotta be putting some weight on by now.
Nah, man, I'm good on Chimaev. I'm a call space paper. Hamzat is destroying everybody. I don't know who's gonna beat him in a wrestling match. I'm curious to see who the guy who's gonna take him out in the REF. But like I said, y'all, the one guy I've been fiending to get is Henry Cejudo. No
That's good.
doubt. That's the guy I want.
I love that. Well, quick question, Brian. I know you're hot tubbing, doing your thing, bud. But are you at this level? Are you getting better at wrestling? Do you feel like you're getting better? Are you in rooms? Are you improving? Like because there's people out there like, well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I disagree.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I train every single day. I don't document every time I'm in the room. People think because I'm not recording the thing, I'm not doing the thing. That's very false. I train every single day. I do my stance motion. I got my partner right here in KC I train with. I travel a lot for my training. I'm moving to Vegas in 30 days. So I'll be around other high level wrestlers when I move very soon. I know for a fact I could take these big level guys. People just underrate me enough. They think that you can't get better. They assume that I'm the same level every time. That's not true. I'm telling y'all, I want to prove myself to be a great as well. And I want to beat a great. 'Cause my next guy I want to beat. Well, I beat a great already. Is Clay Guida. He's a great. Nonetheless, I don't care nobody say he's a great. I score. Me and Kobe tied for the most points on Armand. That's a high level guy. I got that under my belt. Even though I lost, I still got that under my belt. No one can do it. Georgia couldn't do it. Lance couldn't do it. Uriah Faber couldn't do it. I scored more than all the motherfuckers. Now, but I want to beat a high level guy, and that's gonna be a Olympic gold medalist, WFC champion, Henry Cejudo.
That's good.
What do you think about testing that, like seeing how much better you've gotten by rematching Henschel at some point in the future?
I absolutely want that. RAF, they said they were looking to extend my contract. So after they extend my contract, I do want a third match with him, with Caden, because we did a match at Beat the Streets many years ago.
Yep.
And then we did our second match in Penn State, the RAF. I'm guaranteeing I'm whooping his ass too. Guaranteeing it. I'm telling you, it was my first big match in my life, y'all. I was nervous. I was underprepared. It was a way different mindset for me. It's not the same no more. I put myself through more stress and more pain. I accept it more and I love it more. I'm ready to take out Caden when I get that, but I really want a high level guy first. I'm not saying Caden is very high level. I want a higher level guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the you basically want a match where it's the energy. You want the energy.
I do.
He's a hot guy.
All that.
Well, I'll say this, Muggsy. I was obviously there with you when you wrestled Caden the first time, you know, in your corner, you know, and I've watched the evolution of your wrestling. Like you're a good athlete and a good wrestler even back then, but you're athletic, right? And it was like, okay, I'm either gonna go big or it's not gonna work out. You know, so I'm gonna catch you on an ankle or I'm gonna throw you. But I see you now. I mean, that move you hit against Armin was a high level, like high IQ wrestling IQ move.
Yeah, that's pretty slick.
That's different. You're wrestling now, right? You're not just being an athlete, and that's sick.
I was impressed by that one. I was like, oh shit, Muggsy learned a little something.
But my only challenge is my cardio, and that's because I'm taking accountability right now because I was smoking too much weed. I had a smoking problem. I did it every day. That's on me. That's my fault. I shouldn't have been going these high level matches with addiction like that. I gave it up over a month ago. I've been clean for a minute. I'm sober. I've been training more. My cardio better, and I'm more confident in myself to get this done. And I train more because of that. So I'm telling you, I want that high level match. I'm calling on Henry. Let's make that happen, man. At least 170. 170 Henry Cejudo. Let's make that happen, man.
That's fire.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you heard it here first. He's calling it live, so I love it.
Yeah, I want that. I'm gonna tell to his face too. I love him. I can't call him to his face. I need that.
This is why podcasts are better when they're live, right here. This is a prime example of why tape podcasts suck. Live podcasts are the shit.
Yep. 100%, y'all. I'm gonna make that happen. If y'all can put that clip out or whatever y'all want to do,
sure.
I'm getting that. I want that match. I'm gonna tell Chad and Izzy, let me get my hands on Henry. Don't doubt me. I got this dub.
Oh, I'll get it. I'll put that out and tag both of them in it so they see it. I'll make sure they see it.
And remember, people also underrate Muggsy Bogues. I'm top 30 in the world, most followed wrestlers, #1 in the nation right now. So I'm gonna take #1 after I beat Henry. I'm taking #1 spot in the world.
That's incredible,
yeah.
dude. Well, dude,
100%.
we love you, man. We know you're doing amazing stuff, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know I won't take up your hot tub time. I know you got a bride probably waiting on you somewhere. I know she's around there somewhere. So we lost him already. Did we lose him? He gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was cool.
Yeah. Let me he came back. Hold on. He's back.
We lost you for a minute, big dog.
She just called me. Sorry, y'all. My fiance called me right there. As you said, that's crazy.
I'm not wrong, right? So, man,
I was like, damn, we're saying goodbye. He just said deuces. He's like, I got time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
No, but I'm gonna hop off, y'all. But I'm gonna give me some barbecue. Henry Cejudo, Muggsy Bogues, Miami, or Vegas. Let's make it happen.
Let's do it, bro.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah, dude. Appreciate.
God bless y'all, baby.
On, bud.
Later,
I love you, Anton. All love, baby. All love, man. Good to meet you, Chris.
Yep. See you, man. Well, okay. Did not see that coming, but I'll take it.
Who's gonna pop on? You know.
That's crazy. Well, apparently you can just call whoever you want and they'll show up. Why don't you just get Jordan Burroughs on while we're at it? Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, we can do it. He's a little harder to get, but I mean, he does answer. So that's good. But yeah, no, man, that's cool. I like his take, man. I like that call out. I'd love to see that match.
I am intrigued.
Here's the thing. If you were telling me this before and again, nothing against Henry Cejudo, but if you told me, Muggsy versus Henry prior to me watching Cejudo versus Merab, I'd been like, I don't know. But now I'm like, listen, and please, listen, I know Muggsy, dude, that dude's, say what you want about that dude, but that dude works.
Well, that was crazy. Look, me personally, after watching Merab Cejudo, like, I'm perfectly okay never seeing Cejudo ever. Like, Cejudo should have flipped his shoes on the
chat. It says Cejudo's washed, so I guess the chat's spoken.
He should. I was like, as soon as that match started, I was like, Henry, please leave your shoes in the middle of the mat, please,
buddy. Like, I thought, was he sick? Was he? Because I did not see that coming. Did not. I mean,
you can't go up 7-0 in the first period and lose.
And we talked. I've said this on my live show, and I was like, it almost felt rigged because you felt like he was holding back in the first to not make it a tech. But then again, obviously, these are the people bet on these, so they can't rig it. And I know RAF would have nothing to do with that. But I almost thought, in a sense, it was like maybe there's a gentleman's agreement, like, hey, don't, let's not end it in the first. Let's let this thing play out a little bit, But then he gets gas, and then Merab comes back and does the machine thing, like. I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I definitely know, like, there's definitely been some matches where you can tell that, like, the other person could have tech faulted someone in like 45 seconds. And they just they get up like 6-7-0 and they kind of let the first period end.
Yeah.
And then they go out there, but they tech fall them in the second period.
Right. That's what I thought was going to happen. It didn't. So again, I'm here for it. I'm a Muggsy fan, so you can't get nothing like that out of me. Anything other than that. Like I love Muggsy. He's a dude, man. Yeah,
Muggsy's he's an entertaining dude, man.
Yeah. Taking time out. That's what he does though. Stuff like him popping on here right now. That's the type of dude he is. He takes all the time with the kids. And I will tell you this. I've been standing next to some of the best wrestlers in the world at RAF. They walk right by those wrestlers. These kids walk right by those wrestlers to get a picture of Muggsy.
Well, that's social media for you right there.
And we live in that world, So like some of these wrestlers kind of hate on Muggsy, and I don't like it because I'm like, he's bringing attention to you as well, right? And to the sport that we love.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's the next RAF is So if you think about it, right, a lot of the guys wrestling in RAF right now, you got some youngins in there, but for the most part, these dudes all made their name before social media was really huge, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even like the Dakes and the Snyders of the world, right? Like they made their names
Oh yeah.
15, 16 years ago.
That's why Jordan Burroughs is an anomaly, because he did something that couldn't be done in an age before there was big social. Like Jordan's got like almost 1 million followers now, but he doesn't even monetize his social. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he made wrestling popular on the way he looked, the way he wrestled, the way he branded himself, all those things before it was like, the cool thing to do. So now, like he kind of wrote the book on how to like make wrestling a business, and then people like Bo Bassett has taken it to the next generation and did what they've done with it.
Well, also, I would say Jordan's like the most popular American wrestler outside of America.
Yeah, for sure.
Which helps tremendously in
Absolutely.
every aspect of building a wrestling kind of business. You know what I mean? Like if the Iranians love you and the Russians love you, even though you're American, you're set.
Yeah, like he is. He's popular
Japanese.
here, but he is a celebrity there, like crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
Well, but we're 33 minutes in. Are we ready to get to our first?
Yeah, let's get to the rankings. Let's get to the rankings. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
All right, guys. Here's our bantamweight. My bantamweight rankings right here, baby.
Yes, let's go.
Got DeSanto as a champ. I moved Arsen Harutian up to 1. I kept Higuchi at 2. I dropped Davino to 3. Manisaki Ono enters the rankings at 4 because I just think he's that good. Mm-hmm. And he's wrestling Davino at RAF 12, so we'll find out real quick if he is, right? Oh. I dropped Yatsenko down to 5 due to inactivity. I got Lee at 6 because unless Yatsenko stays inactive, I'm not going to bump him above the guy that stuck him.
Makes sense.
Nato at 7, Lucas Bird at 8, Cruz at 9, and Caleb Smith rounds out 10. What you think there, Anton?
Well, I mean, I know why you got Davino down, but like we watched that match, right? There's controversy, in that match, and I in that match I was very much thinking Davino had a very valid point, right? And this is where I think Bricks in every match should be there with a literally like a set 15 seconds or 30-second time option. Because when you can't review something that costs the match, that's hard. And again, I get your head-to-heads. We have to do what we got to do. But like Davino's the real deal, dude.
Yeah, I'm right. But what I'm saying is, so did you see our breakdown last week of that move?
I did not. I did not.
Okay, so go back last week's episode.
Yep.
I have the video up. I'm doing it. I'm slowing it down, and we're talking about it. You can't see it really from the stands or in real time, but Arsen's entire foot steps out of bounds before Davino initiates the roll through.
Okay.
So once his foot's out of bounds, that's why the ref did this symbol.
Yeah.
It was like when he blew it, you're saying it was out of bounds.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying the ref saw that. I think the ref maybe made a bad call based on what he saw, but it turned out to be the right call.
Yeah, you're right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, you'll be able to see where Arsen's entire foot goes out of bounds before Ben tilts him.
Gotcha.
So it ended up, I thought it was a bad call.
Yeah.
In real time.
Yeah, I did as well. I mean, I just died on a cross for it, but no, I like the breakdown. I'm glad you did that because that makes a lot of sense. And we got pretty good seats, and we can see the screens, but And what I would have liked, though, again, even if we would have had a 15, 30-second like brick, then it would have been confirmed. And, I would have felt better in real time. Because
the fans had closure right there on the spot. I agree with you. I agree with you that. So, like, I would say bricks in every match except for any catch weight match because it's irrelevant.
Right.
What up, Goblet?
What up?
Goblet's one of our most loyal fans, dude. He's here every single week.
Let's go.
Goblet, feel free to challenge us on these rankings.
Please.
But
bro, that's a crazy picture in the ranking thing there. That's nuts.
Yeah, dude, Lena did a great job on these graphics for the rankings.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But so I would say bricks in every match because it's professional, right? Even baseball gives you a set amount of challenges, right?
Yeah.
But I would say, to be honest, if the main event's a crossover match and it's not for a belt, there's no reason to have a brick.
Right. I mean, Chad and I made it very clear, Izzy, like we can't slow this thing down, right? For entertainment purposes. I completely agree. I love they went away from blood time. Like I was one of the first ones to be like, screw blood time, let's freaking wrestle, right?
It's professional. If the guy's bleeding, just wrestle while you're bleeding, dude. They do UFC, who cares?
Absolutely. And I get it. I just think in some situations, like a very short opportunity.
Yeah, like the Kyle Dake situation where he's basically split his head open. Yeah. Take a minute to wrap him up and go, right?
Yeah, wrap it up and go. But
if you got a bloody nose or you got a cut, I don't care.
If you call it a fight, bud, this is a fight. Let's bleed.
But I would say like crossover matches that aren't for belt. I would say any catch weight, like any match you make that's a catch weight.
Yeah.
Because it literally has no bearing on anything except people talking shit.
Yeah.
And then any like, I would say like any like influencer match or something like, just matches that don't effectively matter as far as like working your way up the rankings for a belt.
But I mean,
stuff like that,
I agree with you, but here's the thing. If we give a 30-second whatever break to everybody and to make it longer maybe make it longer, give you 2 or something for like a title fight. My thing is, we as fans believe, okay, yes, don't worry about the catchweight, don't worry about the crossovers. However, Muggsy cares, right? So for the athlete, even he there's times when he's like, well, what happened, right? Like, no, that's not the right call. I think even for the competitor, there needs to be some ability to look at these things for at least 15, 30 seconds.
Well, let's put it this way. If you want to have bricks in every match, then you got to go to 2-3 minute periods with 1 30-second break.
I'm for that anyways. I think
right.
You got about weaponized pace. This is my dog, guys. His name's Hawk Hogan. He just came to say hi. Hawk Hogan Payne. Give me a kiss on the mouth. Yep. Okay. All right. But yeah. Okay, we can move on. I just the only other thing I'll say about this weight class is Darian Cruz is a stud. We saw him drop a close one. Was that Philly? Yeah.
Yeah, the bird.
Yeah. He dropped a close one, but I'm telling you, the guy's a stud. I think we could see him moving.
Yeah. I mean, this bantamweight, they've done a pretty good job building this weight class up. It's pretty deep. Mm-hmm. So, this is why doing rankings is tough sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes. So it's like, and then they're still in the phase where signing guys in that are high level dudes. And you're like, okay, well, you sign Ono. I can't just leave Ono off the rankings. That'd be crazy. No. So I got to kind of figure out that these are all the results from all the different RAFs. And then, they added Higuchi and Ono, which is crazy. So now I got to figure out who do I think they could beat and balance it with, okay, well, Arson is beating dudes in RAF,
Yeah.
and he's beating good dudes in RAF.
Yeah.
And then like Davino being over Ono was like my compromise of Davino losing a close match to Harutian. But like the 6 dudes in this weight class could easily beat DeSanto and win the belt.
I was going to say, and I don't mean I love Austin DeSanto, but if he's not the champion, how far does he drop?
If he's not the champ,
he's right now.
I mean, I'm probably putting him at 5, 6, maybe.
Yeah.
If he's not the champ.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I don't think he can beat Spencer Lee. Because they know each other too much.
No, I mean like the only guy he beat NATO for the belt.
Yes.
Right? But he's lost to Davino in freestyle. Arson looks absolutely phenomenal right now.
Yes.
I don't think there's any way DeSanto beats Higuchi.
Nope. No Ono.
He could maybe beat Yatsenko because I think Yatsenko, I think he could beat Yatsenko.
Yeah, possibly.
But I mean, I'm probably
Galva says, "Let's be real." Hey, you tell us.
I am being real. When DeSanto gets beat, he's going to drop.
I'm curious what Goblet says. He going to drop him to 10. Let's go.
Well, let's be real, Goblet. Tell me. Let's be real.
If RBY had wrestling, he wouldn't.
I mean, you're right because RBY just wrestled with one hand behind his back, so DeSanto couldn't. DeSanto is more than just a high C guy now, though. He's more than just a fireman's guy like he was in college.
Yeah, true. And I'm a DeSanto fan. This weight class is tough.
Yep. Anything you would change or?
No, dude. I think he kind of nailed it because of head-to-head stuff. I mean, again, everything I got's based upon like just my opinion, right? Like, dude, I'm very curious about this Ono Davino match. Like, very.
Me too.
I wonder. I mean, I just wonder because Ono sometimes looks like he's just on a different level. But Davino's so good.
Well, that and Ono's been at Penn State
in the chat.
Ono's been at Penn State for a year or so too. So like,
I know. I don't want to say it, but I think Ono smashes him.
You think so? Well, he is a lot older than him, that's for sure.
I think Ono, yeah, I don't want it at all. I hope Davino beats him. Gosh.
I hope it's I want to see like a 12-10 barn burner.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Me too.
I want to see like a 12 because they both got pace, and guys with pace score. Like even the Arson match, what was it, 7-6 or 6-5?
Awesome match.
Well, I would say the most impressive thing about Arson, he was down 5-0 at the first period.
That was crazy. Crazy.
He was down 5-0 and came back and won the match. So like,
really. Yeah. Well, good rankings there, bud. We'll see how they hold.
Yeah, that's why they're fun.
That's right.
Featherweight. You got Real Woods as a champ. I left Kyoka at 1 because I'll be honest with you, I want to see Kyoka and Bassett wrestle.
Me too.
Before one of them goes for the belt. I know Bassett's beating a couple other guys on here, but we'll get there. I got Bassett as number 2 contender. I got Chingishvili at 3. I inserted Jesse Mendez at 4. Alvarez at 5. Hardy at 6. Lugo at 7. Bartlett at 8. Bryce Meredith at 9. And Ironman at 10. So Chingishvili is coming off a win from BB. Hardy beat Alabegov pretty he beat Alabegov way more like tech fault him. I thought he dominated him way more than I expected him to.
I did too.
Which was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Hardy you don't really see Hardy wrestle too much.
Yeah, no. But Hardy's tough, dude. Hardy's tough. I'm a big Hardy fan, but I'm a big Nebraska fan, so I'm biased. Um, I think Mendez. I think Mendez gets it done. Well, he's at Cleveland, right?
Yes.
And I think he jumps up, and then I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd like to see that Alvarez Hardy match, but I'm picking Hardy on that one. So I would switch those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Alvarez looked impressive in his 2 wins.
Oh yeah, he's no slouch for sure.
Especially for being a guy who's also doing MMA at the same time.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed. I'm definitely impressed. There's a lot. There's a lot of good people on this list. I mean, I like seeing Bryce jump in the top 10. Bryce is a great dude.
Yeah, it's just like there's. It's interesting. I think it's like the top 4 here. There's like a separation between them and the bottom 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, because Mendez Kinchishvili would be sick. He's gonna be sick. Friggin' Mendez Bassett, super intriguing. Kyuka versus any of these guys is super intriguing.
I like making hot takes because a lot of times I steer away from hot takes because I feel like sometimes I end up just looking like an idiot.
Hey, this is called the DeepWater podcast for a reason, but hot takes are like our thing.
Well, I'm going to say this. I think Mendez, he texts Vladimir.
It wouldn't surprise me because of Vladimir's age.
Yeah. I think there's a gap there.
I think it's a close first period, and then Mendez gasses him out.
Yeah, it's just a difference, and again, I just think that
that's what Bassett did.
Yeah, Bassett looked good for about a period, and then it got away from Vladimir.
The pace of Mendez and Bassett will just gas out Chingisvili.
Yeah,
I'm just glad we're finally getting the first Japanese kid to wrestle because Ono and the other 3 Japanese guys they signed, dude, like these are some of the best wrestling. Japan's like probably the 3rd or 4th best wrestling country in the world.
They're so good.
It's like the U.S., Russia, Iran, and Japan, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can probably throw Georgia in there. Georgia, Azerbaijan, right? Mongolia.
Yeah.
Right? Like those are probably like the top 7 or 8 countries in the world in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Japanese, man, they've been so almost mythical. I mean, when I went to
women's wrestling, they're top.
Oh, they're insane.
Close.
It's
Japanese. It's Japanese wrestling for the women, and then everybody else. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's like what wrestling was when the USSR existed.
Yeah, that's a great point over there. So imagine the money Jordan would have had at Bassett's age if he was born during this time. Jordan's he's not hurting, but he could have done better.
That brings up an interesting question, though. Would Jordan have had the success he had if he was born in this time?
I think so.
I think how much better American wrestling is right now than it was.
No, you're not wrong. But Jordan, if you look at the evolution of Jordan's wrestling, like he was a good high school wrestler, right? He was good, but he wasn't great until he decided that's what he was chasing, and that's that's
halfway through college,
right? That's his story, right? But I think Jordan's capacity is like his ceiling is so high, and so I think if he was born in this time, he would have been one of those top guys. Now, his style would have changed. Obviously, he would have been a different type of wrestler, just the JB we know. I think that's the beauty of Jordan. Is I think it's kind of when we talk about Michael Jordan's. Like there was like, well, what if he was playing now? I'm like, he would have been the player still that he would have been just as good.
Yeah, he'd be averaging 40 points a game for his career instead of 30.
Exactly. But yeah, I think he would have done well, for sure. But yeah, this is a good weight class too. Like you said, I think there's a gap in the middle.
Now, my personal hot take on this weight class is that I don't think Woods should have been given an opportunity to get the belt back without him having to go through Baston to get it.
I agree 100%. My next kind of hot take question would be, if Real is the champion, where does he drop to?
Oh, probably 3, maybe
Really?
4. It really depends. It really depends on the outcome of Mendez Chingishvili.
Yeah.
Mendez wins. That I probably drop Woods to 4-ish, probably behind Bassett, Kiuka, and Mendez.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Maybe. And then kind of also depends, well, what does Brock Hardy do
Yeah.
in that same time frame? Like maybe because Woods Bassett, they still got to do their
Yeah, they're supposed to still do their world team trial.
they still got to do their final X match.
Yeah.
So once Woods is healthy, right? They got to do that. And I'd say if Bassett wins 2 out of 3 there, you have to have him wrestle a RAF. You have to turn him right around and wrestle him at RAF. You have to.
For sure. For sure.
And then when that happens, okay, well, Hardy might have a couple more matches in RAF by then. Maybe they have a Hardy. Maybe they do the Hardy Mendez rematch of NCAAs.
Yeah, and then also obviously the Hardy Woods, which has been they've had a thing, not like they're not no animosity, but they've had some crazy matches.
Yeah, but Mendez, the Mendez Hardy thing with the old Splato, bro. That's
that's it for sure. For sure,
that's what you got to try and make up for right there.
Yeah, I can promise you, Brock wants that one.
And it would make sense for him. It'd make sense to be the next. It would make the most sense that Mendez beats Chingishvili to have Mendez and Hardy wrestle for both their second RAF matches.
I agree. That'd be sick. Oh yeah, and again, I understand. I make mistakes all the time, and I probably got some of mine, but it's Brock Hardy, not Brody.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
I've proofread all these and did what I could. I can't find all this.
If anybody's new to wrestling out there, don't look up Brody. It's Brock. It's Brock. Somebody asked in the chat. They said, "Do we know how much they're getting paid?" The pay scale's all over the place. It's I think it's 5 to show, 10 to win for the low guys.
They're making at least as much as undercard UFC fighters.
Yeah, it's 5 show, 10 to win on the basic card, and then it only goes up from there.
Yeah, I bet the main event guys are making 100.
Yeah, well, I mean,
at least Armand's probably making 150, 200 a fight.
Yeah, Giorgio made over $1 million in his one.
Yeah, so
I mean, obviously it's everywhere, but yeah, they're getting paid pretty dang good to wrestle 6 minutes.
I think everybody's making at least 5 figures.
Yeah, and on top of what they get paid, and I want to point this out, there's a lot of different fighting leagues and stuff like that out there do all this different stuff. But the RAF really takes care of their guys. They put up in girls. They put them up in awesome hotels, feed them really well, fly them out, transport them. They do a great job with the hospitality side of it.
How long?
Oh, that's a good point.
Never.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if they tried to, but I don't see why it would be beneficial to them. You look at Armin. Armin is really blown up. My cat's behind me. Blown up since RAF.
Well, the thing is, they can't.
Why is that?
Because the way UFC gets around paying them benefits and paying them as employees.
Oh, because
they're considered independent contractors.
But they do have to. So that is true. But they have a clause where they cannot compete against in other leagues and stuff like that, because that's why they can't go do Strike Force. They can't go do some of these other leagues.
There's dudes in UFC that are also fighting PFL.
Does the UFC own the PFL though?
I don't remember. I don't. I'm not that far in depth in it. I just know that there's.
Colby said he had to get out of the UFC contract to be able to take on Arman and some of the other UFC guys.
They don't. I know what they don't do. The UFC does not allow two dudes that are on the active roster to be able to wrestle each other in RAF.
Okay,
that's why.
That makes sense.
So they just don't let two active roster guys do it.
That makes sense.
That's like their one stipulation. But either way, they can't stop them because wrestling isn't MMA. So as an independent contractor, it's completely different. Like it's not even the same. It's like they can't stop their guys from going in boxing.
Yeah. Well, no, they did try to do that, right? Though didn't Connor have to like get some type of permission to go fight boxing? I think he did. Like he had to get the blessing of the UFC.
I don't know. All I know is he went and boxed. I know that.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Will the UFC have to start paying their fighters more as RAF continues to ramp and grow? Probably, if they want to keep wrestlers.
Yeah. I mean, think about it though. Like if I'm a guy that's let's take a Bryce Meredith. Now Bryce Meredith loves to fight. So I'm just using this as an example. But you got Bryce Meredith. He shows up on a fight weekend and he goes out and he gets, maybe gets some stitches, maybe, I don't know, whatever crazy goes on, could break an arm, could do crazy stuff in a fight. And he gets paid. Sometimes those dudes are paying more to show up and fight than they're getting paid for the event. Or he can come to RAF, get $5,000 to show up, get shuttled there, get on an airplane, all the nice stuff. And if he wins, he gets 10 grand. Which one's he picking?
I mean, I'm picking the 15 grand every time.
Every time.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Like the UFC is going to have to up their game regardless because, to be honest, the UFC would be absolute ass if wrestlers stopped going to it.
Right.
It'd be ass. You'd just be watching boxers and kickboxers all goddamn day. That's all I can see.
For sure. If Chad and Izzy and them could find a way to insure these guys, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Like that's it's like that's what these guys want, and they're not. UFC's not provide that. But I'm a UFC fan. I don't want to see it that way.
Do you think Arman dodged Gamrot? My chat seems to think so.
I don't know. What's your take on it?
I don't think he dodged him. I just think he felt like he was below him and he didn't want to fight him. So he might earn a better fight.
That's what I'm thinking. And I don't think Arman's the guy that would dodge anybody based upon because he's calling out the best guys, right? Like he's wanting to take on Gaethje. I think it's more about he truly believes that he's the guy and he doesn't want to take any step backwards.
Yeah. I'd like to, who's he fighting next month?
In that weird the other league?
No, he's got a UFC fight coming up, I thought.
Oh, it's not been announced yet. It's supposed to be coming out any time. He's saying Oliveira possibly. It could be Gaethje. We don't know. Gaethje says that he deserves the fight over a rematch with Ilya.
I think Ilya and Arman should fight.
I would love it.
Ilya earn his rematch with Gaethje.
I would love it.
And Arman should have to fight Ilya to earn his title shot.
Yeah. That's a good question. Do we think there's any wrestlers that dodge other wrestlers?
At RAF, probably not. But people cut weight for a reason, bro.
Yeah. In wrestling, for sure. At RAF, I don't think I think Chad, I've been kind of in the, able to hear some of the stuff about, matchups and stuff like that. Chad doesn't give people pretty much any real chance to say any really opinion. He's like, hey, we got you wrestling this guy. You either accept or deny.
Yeah,
it's like, so. And if
you deny, you're not going to be on the roster very long.
If you deny, you gone. So I like it.
I like the fact that they're like, hey, look, dude, You're going to wrestle who we tell you to, or you're not going to be here.
Yep.
And it makes the cards sick. Like, think about last RAF, like in Milwaukee, dude. The very first match was bananas.
Yes. Yes.
It was bananas off rip.
Yep. No,
Crazy.
I get your point about money being involved in the chat there. I mean, if I could pick my matches, but I think if you're looking long term, you want to be the guy that says yes.
I mean, it's working out for Pat Downey. I don't think he's won a single match.
Dude, I love Pat
yes.
Downey.
But he keeps saying yes.
Yeah.
He keeps saying yes. He keeps talking shit, and they keep him around. You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, Pat Downey's the epitome of a yes man when it comes to RAF.
For sure. But it's paying off for him, and I love Pat on there. He's great.
I do too. It's a clearly mutually beneficial for both of them, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's one guy y'all wouldn't want to wrestle?
Anybody in the RAF.
I made this comment at the press conference. I was like, I don't want to wrestle Ramazanov. He looks like a freaking Russian mafia member, dude.
Yeah.
That dude looks absolutely terrifying.
Absolutely. I'll be honest. Probably one of the guys that I think would be the hardest to wrestle would be Bo Bassett.
Well, that's just because I'm old and out of shape, bro.
For sure, that's 100% why. And in two, I think he just beats you up. His hands are on you constantly. You can't get away from it.
Look, I don't have the ACLs or the neck strength for this anymore. All right, that's really what it comes down to.
My mind says I can do so much. My body disagrees completely.
Goblet, it is super hard to suplex elite wrestlers, bro.
Yeah, that's
real hard.
Yeah, if you want to see some of that, you're gonna have to wait until like maybe some of these crossovers. We might see it in a crossover, or we might see.
I think you'll see it in some of the like the middleweight areas, like 65 to 9, like cruiserweight maybe. But like the lightweight guys aren't going to throw each other.
No,
unless it's just something that I fell into it.
Yeah. It's just too high level.
Is a suplex more dangerous than getting knocked out? Not really.
No, I mean, super right. It's fine.
Here's the thing. The first thing I did jiu-jitsu. I wrestled. I coach. You know, the first thing, even in jiu-jitsu, you get taught. The first thing you get taught in wrestling, first thing you get taught in jiu-jitsu, any martial art is you get taught how to land.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing before I ever taught anyone how to suplex, the first thing I taught them to do was how to land. So they don't stick your arm out.
Yeah.
Tuck your head in. Roll your shoulders. Go with the throw. Once you're in the air, just go with it, bro, because you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's land on your kind of halfway on your side, halfway on your back. Slap the mat when you land, like in jiu-jitsu, for example. But the first thing before they ever taught us how to throw, they taught us how to land first, so we wouldn't hurt ourselves.
Yeah. And I will say this: if a suplex is done properly, the controlling wrestler, I mean, you're really not in much danger if they do it properly. If someone doesn't know what they're doing and they're just, then that is dangerous for sure.
For example, when Blades suplexed the reporter, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same thing.
That reporter didn't know how to land. That reporter didn't have the athletic bone in her body. But because Blades is so technically sound, she knew how to throw it and basically protect the person she was throwing when she did it.
Absolutely. Yo. We better move on, dude. We're going to be here until tomorrow.
It happens sometimes. Welcome to the DeepWater podcast. Lightweight, we got a vacant championship.
Yep.
So I moved Akhmadalev to 1 because he beat Zane Rutherford.
Yep.
I got Rivera at 2. I dropped Zane down to 3. Oliver at 4. Aliyev at 5. I got Ridge Lovett at 6. Taylor at 7. I dropped O'Connor to 8 due to inactivity. And I can't read. I got Cunha at 9.
Yeah.
This should clearly be an Akhmadalev Rivera belt match.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to see that matchup. I think Ridge is the dark horse of the rankings there. I think he could insert himself kind of in that top 3 or 4, especially obviously get a champion here. I could see him doing some. Ridge he's just dangerous.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of separation between 1 and 6 here.
No.
Which is great because this weight class they have been trying to build this weight class for a minute now.
Yep.
And they finally got something going in this weight class.
Yep.
It was pretty impressive how Akhmadaliev beat Zane.
I was very impressed. Very impressed.
Zane looked like he was on a roll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Zane's tough, dude.
But the way Rivera beat Aliev at RAF was just
that was crazy.
Aliev's a good wrestler. That's my pick. I'm pretty sure Aliev's like a world medalist.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even an Olympic medalist. But yeah, I mean, lightweight was pretty. Honestly, I thought lightweight was pretty easy for me to make.
Yeah, it rolls in there pretty naturally there.
Because you got a lot of good. Most of the guys wrestled one match, and you got a ton of head-to-heads.
Yeah.
And Jordan Oliver is the only one that hasn't wrestled in the weight class yet.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
He's an interesting
one.
He's one of those hit or miss guys.
I personally, if RAF's goal is to entertain, right? And I love Jordan Oliver. My job here is to say what I think, what I mean, right?
Right.
I think his wrestling matches are, I could say the same thing about Woods. I think their wrestling matches are boring as hell.
Yeah, because they stay on the edge.
It's all defense.
Yeah, the wrestling.
Woods can score, but he can't score on anyone that's as good as him.
Right.
You get Woods against anyone that's remotely close to as good as he is, he can't score. He can't get it on a shot. Oliver's a phenomenal defensive wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But also, now he's older. He's really relying on his defense. He doesn't have the explosion anymore.
Right.
It's like I just don't. I see him on the card. I'm like, eh. And,
yeah.
That's the problem, right? Woods is a champ in a weight class. Every time I see him on the card, I'm like, eh.
Right.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Kind of like
for sure.
Is what it is. Yeah, lightweight's pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Yep, I agree.
All right. Welterweight. So I love this picture too, by the way. But this is a weight class that they've been trying to build and still have to build.
Yep.
Right. David Carr's a champ. I got Sal Kazanov at 1, James Green at 2, Takatani at 3, Caliendo at 4, Kayatov at 5, and Rita at 6. Right?
Yep.
Now, Sal Kazanov is a guy I felt has earned a belt match for a minute now. Mm-hmm. He's been in 2 different weight classes. He started in welterweight, went up, and then came back down, right?
Yep.
But he beat James Green 4-4 on criteria. RAF what? 02?
So yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
maybe it was because the first RAF I made it to. Maybe it was 3. I think the first RAF I made it to was 3.
Was that Indiana?
No, that was Penn State.
Penn State. Yeah, you're right.
So I think that's where they wrestled. Yeah. So he beats Green, goes up a weight class, then beats Nate Jackson.
Yeah.
Comes back down. And I'm like, what's this guy got to do to get a belt shot against Carr at this point? Especially because Carr won the belt and hasn't wrestled a wrestler since in RAF.
Yeah.
Really. He's wrestled Rita, and he's wrestled Rita. He's wrestled Bubba.
Yeah.
And he's wrestled Bilal.
Yeah. I don't.
Like,
I'm
what we,
Carr's in the same kind of bracket we were just talking about before. Like he's got some cool stuff, but like to me, it's just not as entertaining. He just doesn't. He's not doing the stuff.
well, here's what doesn't help the cause. James Green being 2 out of 3 at Final X.
Yeah.
And Sal Kazanoff beat Green.
Yep.
And then you brought in Takatani,
which is phenomenal.
Who's a world champ.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think
like
Takatani's going to win he's going to be the belt holder, I think.
And it's like, chat brings up a point like you can't have the champs going 4 events without defending their belts.
Wow. No, you're right.
You know what I mean? And then when they do show up, you have to wrestle in a Amir Rita for the belt. Like, come on, man.
Yes, exactly.
So
this needs help.
David Carr's going to get his first challenge at RAF with Sal Kazanoff. And, dude, Sal Kazanoff is more than good enough to beat him.
Yeah.
More than good enough.
I agree.
And then if he does, whether he wins or not, whether Sal Kazanoff wins or not, James Green earned an RAF belt shot.
Agreed.
With beating David Carr 2 out of 3.
Agreed.
And it does also help when the RAF champ goes to the U.S. Open and finishes 5th, bro.
Right.
Which is what David Carr did, right? David Carr had to go to World Team Trials and win that tournament to even get into the Final X.
Yep.
You know, like,
I agree.
The downside of RAF is if you have a belt,
you got to defend.
You wrestle in a bunch of other places that are not RAF.
Yep, and you get kind of exposed.
You either get exposed or, like, in RAF's situation, okay, if you got 5th, James Green beat him twice, but he has our belt, how legitimate is our belt?
Right, exactly.
So you got to rectify that situation and either have the rematch.
You got to wrestle.
Or have him put him up against somebody you think can take the belt from him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you have to do that, or your belt looks like it means nothing.
Yeah, I think that's partly why they did this, crossover belts and stuff like that, is to kind of take some of these wrestlers versus MMA guys kind of off the table a little bit.
Which they should have, to a degree.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, if I'm going to an event, like, just look at the rankings, right? You got 6 wrestlers in this weight class.
Yes.
You're going to add – most of the weight classes have 10, 12 guys at this point that are regularly on the roster, right?
Yep.
I'm going to a RAF event. I'm a pure wrestling guy, but I appreciate everything else RAF is doing because I also like the UFC, right?
Yep.
But when the wrestlers are wrestling, I want to see – I want to be entertained, one, but I also want to see stakes on the line.
Yep.
If the rankings aren't on the line, why are we putting these guys out there to wrestle if they're not trying to work their way up the rankings to go for that belt?
Agreed.
To me, it's a waste of the wrestler's time. But a crossover belt still gets you the exposure you want for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
It still gets the UFC guys amped up to do it. And the matches are more entertaining because the guys are more equal skill level.
100%, for sure.
Watching Carr Bilal, I was like, this is boring as fuck.
It's
Carr's going to beat the brakes off this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right. For sure.
I'm glad they brought crossover belt in because it gives UFC guys some skin in the game.
Yep.
But it also lets the wrestlers focus on who do I got to wrestle to get a belt shot.
Yep.
Like if you want your belt to mean something, the wrestlers have to want the fucking belt.
Yeah, for sure.
When they're showing up, or you're calling them with a match, it's a matchup they need to move up in the contenders rankings to go for the belt.
Yeah, there's a reason for the match. Yeah, there's literally a ladder to climb.
Well, and it's kind of funny, right? Like, I say this because effectively I'm just making up a ladder.
Yeah, but I think
RAF RAF doesn't have an official ladder.
No, but it's funny though because they're ranking their kids.
Well, that's easy to do because you just take the results from who placed in the tournament.
Right, but if you do what we're talking about right now, which we put guys against guys, we have results, we have a ladder.
Well, you know what? Just tell them to sign off and just let me do it for them. I'm already doing it.
You're already doing it. Let's go.
You know what I mean? You got the hookup. Hook me up.
Big call.
Just fucking with you. So middleweight, I had to change it late. I originally had also a vacant title belt, but at RAF 12 we're gonna have a champ.
Yep.
It's gonna be Nolf and Wick, a rematch of RAF 01.
Yep.
Where I was genuinely shocked that Wick beat Nolf to begin with.
Yep.
But it happened.
It did happen.
So I guess in theory I should have Wick above Nolf, but Wick has lost to a guy that Nolf has beaten. So It's kind of like, I just kind of went off who I think's wrestling better right now, and it's Nolf. Then you got Bexod at 3. I put Burroughs here at middleweight because I think that's more his natural weight.
Agreed.
So I threw Burroughs in at 4. I think Hamidi's injured because they just stripped him of the belt a couple RAFs ago. So he's down at 5 due to inactivity.
Yeah.
I got Blaze at 6, Minto at 7, and Kadik at 8. The reason there's a 9 there is because I had Keegan O'Toole at 3.
Yeah.
But he retired.
Crazy.
Seemingly out of the blue this week.
Yeah. What was your take on that?
I have to assume that he's leaving wrestling for a real world job somewhere to support his family, if I had to guess. There wasn't much. He didn't really say much on his Instagram post. But I have to assume that, doesn't he have a degree in finance or something like that?
Yeah, that's exactly my take, is that I suspect we'll probably hear maybe a wedding announcement of some sort or something like that, and probably, he probably got a real job making real money, and he's going, how can I turn down 6 figures? And he's not the guy that's going to say, well, I'll stay around RAF and just kind of be whatever. He had a grinder match against Minto. And I think in his mind, I can't give this what I want to give it to stay top. So I'm gonna go this other route. I'm gonna go to my career.
I think so too. You can't do a job in finance and train at the level you need to train to be a professional athlete.
For sure.
And it's clearly not a coaching job because coaching does not stop you from training.
No, that's a great point. Because at first I thought, well, maybe he's staying on at Mizzou. He's doing something, and he's doing something there, and he's whatever. But like you said, if he's doing that, he's competing every day, and he's just gonna get better at wrestling and stay good. I think it is something where he's got a big old check somewhere.
That's what I think too. I would like to see. We got Golf Wick. I'd like to see Burroughs, Abdi Rachmanov, Blaze Minto.
Yeah, there's some good matches to be made there for sure.
Oh, I got Will Lewin at 10.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't really have time to.
Yeah.
It happened so early. We didn't really have time to get our graphics updated. But
yeah, Will's wrestling, I think, at Cleveland too.
Yeah, so Minto's actually, what do I got here? 5.
Minto stays 7, I think, and then you got Deke at 8.
Yep, and I got Lewin at 9. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Will got put at 9 when it should have been when Kadik was, so 8 got removed by accident. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's fine. That was a last minute one. So
yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise this week. We'll
get that graphic updated before we post it on IG and all of our socials. But this one kind of makes sense.
It does. I'm still a JB to the top guy.
I know, but you
got to do what you got to do in the rankings, though.
I got data on the other guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think 4 is a good place to insert with no data.
Sure.
You know?
For sure.
That's what I do, right? The guys that get signed, they go in. I look at what have they done and how recently have they done it when I decide where to slide them in at. Like if you're a defending Olympic champ, I'm going to slide you in pretty high, right?
Yeah.
So the next weight class is insane. Cruiserweight's out of control, dude.
Oh, it's insane.
So cruiserweight, I appreciate Dake. I think he's probably, him and Snyder are probably the 2 most active champs in RAF.
Yep.
And they both beaten a lot of dudes in their weight class too. They're not just wrestling big. Both of them have wrestled matches that matter every time they wrestle. So I think Dake and Snyder are like the ones that do it right.
I agree.
Snyder's a better face than Dake is because Dake's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the next generation is going to have a Dake who likes to run his mouth. So it's going to be fine. Exactly. I got Dake as a champ. I got Valencia at 1. I know at least the Valencia Dake Final X went 3 matches.
Yeah.
Which tells me a 1 match for the belt at RAF could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
And Zahid's beating the guys in the weight class that have been there to earn it.
Yep.
I got Ramazanov at 2 because he just beat Sinclair. And he's a defending Olympic champion.
Yep.
I got Kekaisen at 3 because he's beaten a bunch of world champions, like Kuzmatitis at 6.
Mm-hmm.
He's beaten Zahid Valencia, world champ. He's beaten a lot of dudes. Like Parker's.
Oh, he's a bad dude.
And then I got Razimbek Jamalov at 4, who just beat Jacques. Also, a defending Olympic champion. There are 2 defending Olympic champions in this weight class right now from the last Olympics, from 2024.
Crazy.
And they're ranked 2, and I got them 2 and 4 in my rankings. So feel free to tell me I'm crazy, but that's how crazy this weight class is, right?
Yeah.
Then I got Darren Krugalev at 5, who's a world champ.
Yep.
And I think an Olympic bronze medalist, if I remember right. Kuzmatitis, the first Greek world champ ever for Greece, is at 6. Gamkurlidze at 7, who I bumped down below Georgios because he lost to Dake. But it was a close match.
Yep.
And Gamkurlidze is really good. Also a world medalist.
Yep.
I got Nate Jackson at 8. I got Jacques at 9 and Sinclair at 10. Okay? So let me explain the Jacques Sinclair thing.
Okay.
I know some people are going to be like, what the fuck, right? It's the same reason I have Jamalov below Kekaisen. The match was super close. Jamalov didn't look that impressive. And Jacques hung with a defending Olympic champ the whole time. I think the match was like 3-2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sinclair, just like with Valencia, kept it close for a while. And then late in the match, both guys pulled away from him. So Sinclair, like, the kid's a stud.
Yes.
He's only going to get better, but he's getting like basically dad strength right now by dudes.
That's
Like
the only difference.
seeing Ramazanov side by side with Sinclair,
It's crazy.
I was like, you have a literal, terrifying Russian of a man
yes.
standing next to a child.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get out there, Sinclair's technique kept it close for a while, but eventually Ramazanov just big boyed him.
Yeah. You could tell it's a difference in like the strength maturity. It's, I'm sure Aiden Sinclair to college guys, he's a hammer and he's strong, but to these men, it is different. I'm a huge Aiden Sinclair fan, not just because he's a great wrestler, but the dude's actually got a great personality. It comes out really well on RAF. Which I didn't know how it would come across, but it works really well for him. But dude, this weight class is bananas.
Well, it's even funnier too when every time Aiden talks at at press conferences,
yeah,
I giggle because he sounds like my kids.
Yeah.
When they're super excited about something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh man, this is like hearing it's almost like from the mouth of babes, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. He's genuinely just happy to be there, and it comes across that way. I think he's became a kind of like a good promoter of the sport for that reason. He's just a good guy. But
you need the youngins. You need that mix, right? You need to, I think RAF doing a good job is they're scooping up some of the best of the next generation. They're already in college.
Yep.
So as these older guys transition out and these 19, 20-year-olds become 26, 27 years old, here's the first generation of middle schoolers.
Right.
That grew up watching RAF.
Yep.
Sliding their way into college.
Yeah.
Sliding their way in the RAF. So
that would be a completely different thing then. It'd be wild to see.
That's what I'm talking about, right? You're talking like wrestling, generations for wrestling is different than generations that we're speaking of, right? Like you're talking like right now, this moment, right? There's a 12-year-old kid watching RAF that is 6 years away from wrestling Division I college.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen an evolution in the sport of wrestling like we're seeing right now.
Oh, absolutely not. This is the first beer break. This is the first time someone's decided, hey, let's market wrestling for real, like it's an actual sport that matters.
Yeah.
Because dude, I watch wrestling and then I watch the World Cup just happened, right? Or I watch the NBA or something, right? Which I try not to because it's awful. But every now and then I catch some highlights, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, these guys make so much money for being absolute pussies.
Yeah.
And it drives me crazy. Like, okay, I put a ball on a hoop. Guess what, guys? You practice enough, you can put a ball on a hoop. You only have to be athletic to put a ball on a hoop. Don't be athletic.
You gotta get some hate, bro.
I'm just saying, you don't have to be athletic to shoot a basketball. You don't.
I've seen some unathletic people shoot a basketball, and they should not.
No, you're wrong. If you're unathletic in general, you're just not good at anything, right? But
That's true.
I'm just saying, if you have any semblance of body control, you can learn how to shoot a basketball.
Right.
But wrestling, cool. Technique only gets you so far.
Yeah.
Strength only gets you so far. Athleticism, you don't have to be athletic to be a great wrestler either, to be fair.
That's very true.
Ben Askren's a terrible athlete.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Always has been. Absolutely abysmally unathletic guy.
Golf's got a great point there. It's the first wrestling ad he's ever seen. This is from RAF.
Exactly.
It's so true.
Why aren't we seeing, I get, look, flow wrestling, cool. You did some stuff. We were able to watch wrestling a little bit easier than before, but it's time for the U.S. Open. It's time for Final X to be on anything on TV, ESPN, Fox.
Bro, it's time for them to honestly, they need to allow RAF to do their event.
Well, what I would love to see is
Why wouldn't we see RAF Final X?
this is I don't necessarily know if I want it branded RAF, but here's kind of what I'm thinking. RAF's making tons of money for Fox Nation.
Yeah.
It's the same company that owns Fox, FS1.
But dude,
FS2.
like they're gonna screw it up. Nobody. No, if it goes on Fox and somebody watches Final X, boo.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's the same company that owns Fox and FS1, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, if I was RAF, I'd be like, hey, Fox, let's leverage this. You see the numbers NCAA polls on ESPN.
Yeah.
Polls millions of viewers.
Yep.
Okay, let's leverage it. Let's get Final X, Olympic team trials. Come on, man. The tournament of the finals of who's making the Olympic team should be on national fucking TV.
Yeah. But there's got to be. It's to the point though. They got to do it. They got to do it like RAF though. It's got to be. Yeah.
Let RAF produce it.
Yes, exactly.
But don't brand it with RAF.
Sure, that's
Have
fine.
the guys that do RAF do it as USA Wrestling.
Yes.
They already got the partnership. USA Wrestling's already partnered with RAF.
Yeah.
Let's do the next logical step here and use the momentum.
Yep.
You're at peak momentum right now. Get the other big time wrestling shit on fucking TV while you got the momentum and you're making the money.
Yep. Well, you know what RAF's doing right now. And I mean, I don't know if it's like out there, but like they are acquiring large events, like the large youth events and stuff like that. They're acquiring them. They're gonna take over like Tulsa. They're gonna take over these other big. I can already see it. They're gonna acquire these clubs. We already said that in a press conference. They're acquiring these big clubs. They're acquiring these big tournaments, and they're gonna make them events, which is awesome.
Which is great because we have a huge club here.
Yeah, that's great. And
I'm definitely gonna pursue that with our club.
Yes, it's so big and so good. Like I went to the first next gen, and you know there wasn't as many wrestlers, obviously, you know, because it's the first one, but there was still a good amount. But dude, it was ran so smoothly. And the finals were on Fox Nation with these kids running out. Same production. Now, they weren't elevated for safety reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're kids, yeah.
Same productions, not the pyro and stuff like that. But still, same production. They had freaking Lance Palmer and like all the commentating was incredible. I mean, our sport needs this, man.
100%. Anton, this is why I love doing this shit live. We've gone on about 14 different side quests today.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Light heavyweight. This is another weight class. Like bantamweight, cruiserweight, light heavyweight are must-see TV for RAF.
Crazy.
Must-see TV. Now, I got Snyder as champ.
Yep.
I moved Hidley up to 1 with his win.
Stud.
With his win over Magomedov.
Yep.
Now, GV, I don't know what to do with GV. His match at Georgia was at heavyweight.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a permanent move to heavyweight or if he was just because he was in Georgia and that's the match they could get him.
Mm-hmm.
So GV could move up to heavyweight. I don't know what he's doing yet. But I got him at 2 because he beat Elam.
Yeah.
I dropped Sadulayev to 3, lost to – I know why he lost to Snyder, blew his knee out. I get it. But they're saying he might be ready for Worlds, though. So,
yeah.
I'll be watching Worlds very closely. This is what people understand. I take things like U.S. Open, Final X, Worlds, Olympics. I take all that into consideration. Like, I know it's not RAF, but if Sadulayev beats Snyder at Worlds,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to move Sadulayev back up to 1.
Rightfully so.
because I have a lot more data I can pull than like. And to be fair, I'm not going to sit here and be like the UFC rankings that are hammered dog shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let it happen. Those people look like they're just throwing fucking names out there.
Yep.
They're just throwing darts at a board, going, "Oh, this guy's number 2." And then on top of it, you have shit ass rankings, and then UFC doesn't even follow the rankings, so their rankings are fucking meaningless.
Agreed.
I'm trying to make rankings like if I have a champ and I have a number 1 contender, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to do my rankings to where I think this is the match that RAF's going to make for the belt. And to be honest, so far I've been pretty close. I've been more right than wrong most of the time when it comes to my champ, number 1 contender, boom, boom, boom. And like last RAF, I got a number 3 versus number 4. I got a number 4 versus number 5 in another weight class. So that means even going down in my rankings, if I got a guy that's 4 and a guy that's 5 and RAF makes that match, RAF also thinks those guys are right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the mindset I go into making these rankings. Is I want, even if I have a guy 9 and 10, right? I want 9 and 10. I want RAF to be like, "Hey, I'm putting 9 and 10 together."
Absolutely. Agreed. This weight class is awesome. But I mean, obviously we hate the fact that, Sadulayev got hurt. But I have a hard time seeing Sadulayev not being 2. Or excuse me, the number 1 contender, even above Trent.
Well, here's the thing though, right? Look at who's in the weight class, right? Hidlay's beaten Magomedov.
Yeah.
Hidlay beat Atmukin. Right? He beat number 5. He beat number 7.
Yep.
He beat, I'm pretty sure, did he beat GV?
He beat GV, yeah.
So where am I supposed to put him? And he's a defending world champion.
No, I mean, I get it. I'm not as sold on GV as maybe I should be.
He's an Olympic silver medalist, bro.
I know, but I just see him with his wrestling. When I see him wrestling on RAF, I'm like,
Well, true, but he keeps winning.
True.
He's only, you got also thinking RAF. He's only lost to Snyder and Hidlay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, you're right.
What are you supposed to do?
Anywhere else? You can't put him as a Sadulayev. It's hard to say because obviously he only had the 1 match.
I agree that the wrestlers aren't phenomenal at selling the match, but they are getting better. They are better now than they were a year ago.
No, I agree with that. And to their point, I've sat down with some of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and I, doing these podcasts, and sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get them to have a personality. But the new generation understands this way more.
Yep.
Way more. And they're going to get it more and more and more. I'm not saying they're not awkward, because even the new generation is very awkward. Wrestlers, a lot of wrestlers.
Even Davino is kind of awkward at the
wrestler.
He's 19 years old. He's 18 years old, right? Isn't Davino 18 still?
He's 18, yeah. Like there's definitely something to be said about wrestlers. Wrestlers are different. A lot of them are different.
That's true.
The women have a lot more personality in wrestling than men.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. Women have more personality in those situations in general.
Very true. Very true.
They're much more social than we are to begin with.
Very true.
So I got Tazudinov at 4, Atmukin at 5, Nickel at 6, Magomedov at 7, Buchanan at 8, Max McAnally at 9, and Bronigal at 10.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what Max does. I'm not real versed in his freestyle, accolades. I know he's good, but I'm saying that kid's powerful, man.
Oh, he's beating Nickel.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll tell you what McAnally's done so far. I kind of feel like he was a U23 guy. Yeah, he was a U20 world champ.
U20, okay.
He was a U20 world champ. And I think I'm almost positive he was a U23 guy too.
Okay.
He's a two-time NCAA American. He's a national champ. He's a U20 world champ. And I think he was a U23 guy, man. Let me see. The other big thing is they also pulled Max McAnally from Claw.
Yeah. Claw.
Claw sucks, dude. I don't like it at all.
Didn't have the finances. Didn't have the. It didn't work.
Well, it's like I saw a video on TikTok the other day. The guy was like, "We need to start supporting Claw." You know, basically F RAF. And I was like,
Really?
dog. I was like, Claw wrestles folk style, so you'll never get the best international. I put this on. I commented on it. I had to as the podcast. I had to.
Yeah.
I was like, one, it's freestyle. It's folk style, so you never get the best wrestlers in the world. I was like, two, why would I go watch an event in a high school fucking gym when I can go watch one in a fucking arena?
Yeah, that's
what the fuck are we talking about?
Right? Yeah, it's not the same.
And we know, and of course, obviously, Flo backs Claw and covers it because Flo doesn't say jack and shit about RAF basically ever.
I don't think there's good blood there, to be honest with you.
That's probably an old Willie thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's an old Willie, old Izzy.
Yeah. So, hot take, but wrestling version that does teams sucks to me. I'm not opposed to teams. I'm just saying, but I agree with you.
It's gonna be done right.
I agree with you. It doesn't work. Like, think about this. How I look at Claw versus RAF, right? It's like watching the PGA versus Live.
Right.
Live has team scores for golf, right?
Yeah.
They take the individual results and give a team score for under par, right?
Yeah.
Where the PGA is just dudes going out there and smoking other dudes, right? And everybody watches the PGA over Live any day of the week. It's the same shit.
It's just a completely different production. I mean, it's a whole different thing. I think teams could be cool for RAF, like we talked about before, like Team USA versus Team Russia. That could be fire. But
it's also like, I'll be honest with you, outside of NCAA wrestling, let me put it this way, I like all the styles of wrestling, but even at this point, I will watch international Greco wrestling before I watch folk style. I think folk style is boring as fuck.
Yeah,
I think the rule set's trash. The rule set's trash. Like, okay, you have a sport based on control, but you're going to give 3 points for a takedown, which is worth more than putting someone on their back for 2 seconds. Fuck out of here with that. Yeah, there should be nothing in the sport of wrestling worth more points than putting motherfuckers on their back.
Very true.
I hate the 3-point takedown. I hate riding time. I think riding time should just be called stalling time. I fucking hate riding time with a passion. Even though my son who wrestled in college lives by it. But
my son's a leg.
I hate riding time.
Yeah.
It's just they haven't changed the rule. Like, okay, you made a takedown worth more points. Cool. So the scores look higher.
Yeah. Didn't increase
all you're doing is rewarding a guy who's better at taking people down.
I think I'm a fan of, again, if I'm going to watch folk style wrestling, I do want to see people initiate takedowns more just because it does make the match more interesting. But dude, I'm at all the national tournaments and I'm falling asleep in the stands. It's not good.
Well, it's like, I look at it this way. Like, okay, for example, the guys like to wrestle on the edge. Cool. If I shoot you out of bounds, automatic stalling.
Right.
Shouldn't be a question.
Right.
Oh, you stalled? Cool, bro. You sprawled out of bounds, stalling. Fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Like,
Agreed.
I don't want to have a step out in college wrestling and folk style just because it fucks up the whole sport.
Right.
It fucks the whole style up, right? There's a lot of edge wrestling. How you do a step out when you have college out of bounds rules? You can't. You got to get rid of one or the other.
Let's just.
I would be okay with putting a, like, you know how freestyle has the zone on the outside of the mat before you go out of bounds?
Yeah.
And the ref goes zone, zone, zone. Put your ass back to the center.
Yep.
Right? I would be okay with if you step in that fucking ring on your own power, your own volition, stalling. Call it the stalling zone. The second you step your ass into that ring, stalling.
Yeah, I agree. I'm for let's just go to freestyle like every other country. It's chat's even bringing it up. We're the only country that does this. Women's wrestling in college is freestyle. Let's just go to freestyle. Let's do let's start them off in freestyle, keep them in middle school freestyle, high school freestyle, college. Let's just do it like every other country.
Well, I'll be honest. I told my kids this. I was like, if I could do it over with them, they would have wrestled freestyle till they were in 6th grade. I would have never put them in folk style. They would have wrestled in the spring for 3 months, did only freestyle and Greco until they were in middle school.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, go learn top and bottom real quick, but no one's going to touch you on your feet or in the clinch.
Yeah, and it only matters for 5 years in college, right? Like, it doesn't matter outside of that.
I mean, I agree, but a free college degree is pretty sick.
Yeah, if you're into education.
All right, Fight Camp's got a question for us.
Okay.
Who's the biggest star in RAF right now?
Prior to the last match, the last Milwaukee, I would have told you. I'll give you two-part answer on this. Prior to last Milwaukee, I would have told you Armin, but his star power actually diminished a bit when he lost to Colby, and I don't. I still think he's the most liked wrestler outside of wrestling. Like I think the room moves different. People act different around him. He's the guy on that one. Now, as far as like wrestler, this is a weird one for me because I would have never picked this until, I don't know, maybe a couple RAFs ago, but Kyle Snyder.
I've been saying that for months.
It's crazy. Like, even though we know his backstory and all the crap, like, and he's not even really addressed it. I kind of thought he should be like, hey, by the way, some crap went down. But whatever.
Out of sight, out of mind, baby.
Right. Dude, he's the biggest star of a wrestler in RAF right now, in my opinion.
Well, I think right now in this moment it's Colby Covington and Kyle Snyder. Today. If you ask me right now, today, it's those two. I'll tell you what. Colby beat Armin and talked a bunch of shit doing it. But the reason I say Snyder is when I was talking to Chad, he said that Snyder draws enough to be a main event as a wrestler, period. He goes, when Snyder, think about it, every time Snyder's wrestled, he's been at the top of the card. Not maybe the main, but he's either been a co-main or the last wrestling match before both. And then when he wrestled Sadulayev, that was a co-main with Marab and Henry in Georgia. And I guarantee you, Snyder will be on that card. I'd be shocked if Snyder and Burroughs were on the card of RAF Russia. I'd be shocked.
Right.
I'd be shocked.
Dude, the loudest I've heard RAF is when Snyder came back and
beat Rizabek.
That place went crazy.
It was one of the loudest USA chants I've ever seen.
Ever.
It was crazy. Like that whole arena was bananas.
The Russian.
See, I like this shit right here. I can pull up
That's
comments
cool.
like this.
Let's go. That's fire, dude.
I love this shit. When we get good questions, I'll start pulling them up like this.
That Russian he called out a bad boy, and I love that he called out because that's the one that's who got beat by. Snyder got beat by what 11-7 or something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love
Yeah,
it.
You talking about when he beat Tazudinov?
When Kyle got beat by the young Russian a couple worlds ago? A world ago? Last Worlds?
I thought that was Tazudinov.
Was it?
I thought so.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
I think
I love that he counts
it was the
himself.
Olympics because Tazudinov won the Olympics because he beat Snyder and then he beat Sadulek.
Yes, you're right. That's
And
what
he's
I love about Snyder, though.
He's
Snyder's not saying, give me Chimaev, next. He's like, give me the baddest dudes in the world. Well,
I think that's what helped Snyder. He was like, when he came out and said, look, man, I'm only wrestling wrestlers because all you MMA guys are dog shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste my time with you.
Yeah.
I think that was like a huge boost for him and RAF in general.
Yep.
Speaking of heavyweight, Wyatt Hendrickson is still the champ.
Yep.
I got Gable Stevenson at my 1. I got Shamil Sharapov at 2. Harris at 3. Hilliger at 4. Gino at 5. Younger at 6. So I got Kirklev at 6. There he is down there. I missed him. Kirklev at 6. Damn it. Now I'm fucking up the chi. Bastida at 7. Cassiopeia at 8. Elam at 9. Varner at 10.
I think all that stands except for I think Varner's higher.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Varner's really good. He got freaking destroyed by was it Shamil? No. Who did Varner get beat by?
Petershvili.
Yeah, he beat Chile. Yeah. Like he got owned by him.
Well,
but
there's a 50-pound weight difference. So
I'd say it's a massive weight difference.
Heavyweight is unlimited, Goblet.
Yes.
Heavyweight is unlimited in RAF.
Yes. Yep. I think Varner is one of those guys, man, that he can bang with Cassiope. He could beat a Cassiope. He could beat a younger. It's likened to the story, and I'm sure you've heard this story. Kyle was just talking about it the other day. Snyder, he was saying that when he got to Penn State, they said it's time to go live, and he called out Kale, not in a bad way, but it was like, I want to go do coach, and Kale mercilessly beat him for like the whole entire live. Said he couldn't even do anything, couldn't even score on him. He said he just won the Olympics.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, there's something to that, Like, I think if Kale comes back, he's not, but if he would have come back, that he's a contender.
I think he's too old, man.
Maybe, but he's still banging with these dudes that are young.
Yeah, maybe, but practice and competition are two different things. We all know that.
True.
So Fight Camp says, this is Fight Camp's opinion. He says Kobe first, Armand second, Snyder third.
I mean, it's not a bad take. I mean, I like I said, Armand's there is a synergy around that guy, and I mean, it's real.
Well, I mean, also Kobe and Armand are investors in the company, so I mean,
For sure.
they're helping grow it.
That helps.
I'm not opposed to that take. I think Snyder's by far the wrestling face of RAF.
Yep, for sure.
Do we think Kirklet versus Wyatt will be a good match?
Kirklet versus Wyatt?
Yeah.
I don't.
I think Wyatt's going to smoke him, but
Wyatt will smoke him.
I mean, Mason Parrott smoked Kirklet.
Yeah. I don't think Greg's been very active.
I don't know. I mean, he's from Penn State, though, so he could be.
True. That's true. Man, yeah, there's some matches to be made here, though. That's for sure.
And to be honest, I'm not even married on Stevenson being one. I know I made the ranking, obviously, right? But I think I know everyone wants to see Stevenson Hendricks in a rematch, right?
Yeah, they got to build that though.
I know that's where I want to see. Well, the only way you're going to build it, Sharapov has been smoking everybody in the heavyweight division.
Exactly.
Sharapov and Stevenson have to wrestle.
They have to
before either one of them gets a belt shot. In my opinion.
So. But Wyatt can't stay inactive either.
Well, Wyatt right now is on the world team.
Right. That will help.
We got to take that kind of stuff into consideration, right? Like for example, RAF St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have any of the stars there, pretty much.
Right.
Because they were all wrestling at Final X.
Yeah.
So, RAF's going to have those cards where they got to make shit happen when all their top, like when Worlds happen. What do you think the RAF event's going to look like during Worlds?
Well, they've already got it, right? It's Miami, and it's gonna be a lot of those crossovers.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like RAF has to like make something out of nothing when these like Worlds. Like, how you can have a RAF event in the middle of the Olympics, dude?
Yeah, it's crazy. I agree, though. RAF is breaking all the rules for the growth of wrestling. 100%.
That's true. That's 100%. They're definitely doing things. They're definitely doing things unconventionally. That's a fact.
Agreed.
But, it's wrestling's an unconventional sport to begin with. And it takes, like, to me, wrestling's an outside the box sport to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the concept of it, it's very basic, right? It's a primal human thing to. You see 2 3-year-old boys outside playing. At some point, they're going to fight each other, right? Guaranteed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a very natural thing for humans to do, but the effort you put in for how low ROI you've gotten in history on that sport is absurd.
Yeah, that's what made it such a members only club, though, is because it was like there's no reward. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. That was the Achilles heel as well.
But here's the beauty of that. I agree with you, and I like what you said. But here's the beauty of it. You get that members only club, and you put a bunch of money at the end of the rainbow. Here's the thing. The same motherfuckers that could do it before are going to still be the only motherfuckers who can do it after.
That's true.
Because wrestling sucks.
It's hard. There's no easy days.
I loved wrestling when I wrestled. And every day I was like, practice is going to fucking suck. But I loved it so much. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to, it's the old saying, embrace the suck, right?
Yeah.
So
I've never loved and hated something so much in my life.
Exactly. So even if you put $1 million at the end of the rainbow, right?
You still got to do it.
There's only a certain type of dude that can do it.
Yeah.
So now you're rewarding the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah. I'm for it. Yeah, I just thought for the longest time, the wrestlers, and we talked about this before, I don't want to get back into it, but the longest time, the wrestlers kind of gatekept themselves. Like, we are the baddest guys in the world. We earn the right to be wrestlers. And I'm like, yeah, but nobody cares. Like RAF is making people care about the work that you've put in.
Yeah, and you know what? There's no gatekeeping required. The sport is the gatekeeper of itself.
Yeah, dude. Like, people aren't going to just be like, "Oh, show up and everybody's gonna start wrestling." Like, no, it ain't gonna happen.
Wrestling is a natural filter.
Yeah,
you don't have to help it.
Believe me, I know. I coach, and I see every year. I got tons of kids that show up first week. They're gone by day 2.
You got like what 40% of the kids that showed up week 1, probably by the end of the year every year.
Absolutely, if at best. But as a coach, I don't want to show up a lot of times. It's that hard.
Everything. I don't know. I love being in a wrestling room, but
I do. But dude, as soon as I get to start wrestling, it sucks.
But as soon as I get off, but when I have to work 8-9 hours,
bro,
home,
I can't turn my
neck. Eat some dinner.
I can't turn my neck for the first month of the season. It's crazy. I literally had a heart attack at wrestling practice. Literally.
Like literally?
Literally. 4 years ago.
Bud. You better stop taking those COVID shots, bud.
I don't take the COVID shot. It would have killed me dead. For sure. I mean, I'm just saying, wrestling's hard.
So, guys, we have a new addition for you. Anton here was gracious enough to take on the doing the crossover rankings. And I'm going to talk about, by the end of the night, I will talk about one women's weight class, but all the women's weight classes will be released on our Instagram post when we drop the Instagram post for rankings tomorrow, so you guys can decide to comment on the post when you didn't have the balls to show up and comment here and fight us.
Fight us in the comments.
So this is our lightweight crossover rankings, courtesy of Anton Payne. I should go ahead and go through them, Anton. Tell me what you got.
Oh, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do this. You asked me, if I'd be interested, and I was like, I was all in because, again, I'm a purist wrestler, but I think because I love UFC and I follow these guys in other chapters of their life and been in the gyms with some of these guys, I got more kind of like an invested interest outside of just wrestling with these guys. But just real quick here, we'll go through these. Aaron Pico, I think he makes a top 10 in a weight class as a wrestler. I mean, I think he's top probably 3 in a weight class. He's that good. Aaron Pico is the freaking man. And, he's a problem. For anybody he wrestles, he is a problem. And his only limiting factor in wrestling right now is how much does he want to commit to the sport of wrestling? Because he's fighting.
Like he doesn't.
Right. That's the only reason why he's going to maybe he's not going to be as active. That dude is a stud. Henry Cejudo, this is again. I got the beauty
go through your rankings with the chat real quick. I will be right back.
Okay, yeah. Henry Cejudo, I had the privilege of doing this weight class, the lightweights, without having a belt, so to speak, in this one. But obviously, we had Cejudo get beat by Merab just a couple RAFs ago. But that, in my opinion, was a fluke, and we've kind of talked about that a little bit. And I don't mean to take away from what Merab did. Merab is the machine. He does run people down. He's got cardio for days. But Cejudo, something was up. Either one, he just didn't take it serious and was out of shape completely. 2, he laid up in the first, thinking he would extend it, and then got away from him. Or 3, sick. Something was up. I do not see. They're already rematching, which I think is kind of weird, right? I think we throw somebody else in there, but I don't see it happening, right? We're gonna get Cejudo versus Merab again, and I think this time Cejudo wins it. It sets up the trilogy, which by that time nobody's going to care about those two wrestling ever again. But it doesn't matter. I pick Cejudo 99% of the time in that matchup if he takes it a little bit serious. Go ahead.
He better win that match.
He better. He doesn't. He really lose on the mat.
I told you earlier when he lost to Merab, I was like, leave the shoes on the mat.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I'm not interested in seeing you wrestle ever again.
No, for sure. And so that in Merab, they're at 3. I mean, I think he's not a terrible wrestler. But I'll be honest with you, when I'm putting these together, I base the rankings off of that kind of matchup right there. But I actually see Merab could drop down pretty far. I think he actually, in my opinion, he can lose to anybody in the top 10. He's not a natural wrestler.
No, his wrestling stance is like hammered dog shit.
Terrible. And he snatches at legs like this and just, it's just it. So he's at 3 because he just knocked off Cejudo. But I still do not see that ever happening. And matter of fact, Cejudo could drop all the way down too, because there's some guys in here that I like even above Cejudo if he doesn't get his butt in shape and actually start looking like a wrestler.
I mean, I agree with you. I think Chandler and Mendez can both beat Cejudo right now.
I do too. My rankings based upon because they have they haven't wrestled and plus just previous accolades. But I really would move Mendez. Honest God, I'd move Lance Palmer above Cejudo and Merab. I would move it all the way. I put Cejudo all the way down at 6 if he doesn't change what he's kind of the way he's doing.
I got a couple talking points, I guess, for you on your rankings for lightweight. Chandler lost to Mendez, and you got him ranked above Mendez.
But
and
yeah,
Merab beat Henry, and you got him ranked above him.
Yep, I thought about that before you came back.
You got Pico at 1, but Cejudo or Merab are holding the belt after next month.
Well, that's it. I said before you came back in here, I had the privilege of making these rankings before there's a belt because they haven't officially made a belt yet. This is based off of pure wrestling. In my mind, the one Mendez Chandler thing, honestly, to me, that can go either way. I don't think Chandler was actually looking to really be a wrestler when he came into RAF. He's doing it. I think he's doing it for promotion. Chandler's a pretty dang good wrestler. So these guys could wrestle each other 10 times and it'd probably be different, outcomes each and every time. The ones in here that I think are actually really good, actual wrestlers, is I think Lance Palmer's a good wrestler. I think Pico's a good wrestler.
I got a little hot take for you.
Yeah.
Darian Caldwell might actually be better than his results show because look who he's had to fight in RAF.
I thought about that. I honestly did. I was like, he's had some killers,
He's the only one on this list. I mean, Mastula wrestled Dolph, which made no sense. But
right, that was weird.
But Caldwell is a D1 guy.
Yep.
Right? And he's only pretty much wrestled wrestlers since he's been in RAF.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
So, I mean, in a group like this, Caldwell could be super successful.
100%. I mean, the matches I actually care to really see in this, like actually care to see, is Pico, Palmer, and
Well, that was the first match that Pico wrestled, right? Was Palmer, right?
Yeah, I like to see that match again. And Caldwell. Those are the three wrestlers. Because again, I don't think Cejudo's there anymore.
I'd like to see. To be honest, I'd like to see Pico versus Cejudo.
Yeah.
Only because of what they were when they were both 19 years old.
Oh, it'd be a fun matchup if Cejudo was even close to what he could be.
I mean, honestly, all Cejudo has to do is get back in fucking shape.
Yeah, but that's saying a lot. I mean, Mendez is a good wrestler too. Let's not get he's a great
but I'm just saying Cejudo been getting in on them, getting on the tacos a little too much lately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's gaining the weight that Armin's eating. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and then who does the same move 3 times in a row after you failed twice?
That was yeah, dude.
Do we all want Cejudo to die? Is that what he said? Do we all want Cejudo? We want Cejudo to retire, but
not die. No, easy. No, just I want him to be what he can be.
Yeah, which is either get in shape or retire, dude.
Exactly.
Please, take it serious for a minute.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you some of Anton's cool ass graphics later, but
yeah. So the catch weights.
Anton won't catch weight up here, but it's actually Colby Covington is actually the cruiserweight crossover.
Oh, champion. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad.
That's good.
Cruiserweight. Colby obviously is a champ, right? Like, but you have to put one. What's
buddy? You think Makiov could beat Chimaev, bro?
Where we at? I'm sorry. Oh well, yes, but here's the thing. I don't think Chimaev's a very good wrestler. I thought he was until I watched him wrestle Danis, and I saw some of the same things that I'm talking to you about Marab. Very weird, awkward wrestling stuff. Now I know he was a wrestler. I just do not see.
Well, to be fair, I'm devil's advocate here. When you actually knew what you were doing in wrestling, whenever you wrestled a kid who had no idea what was going on, didn't it make you also look like you were retarded? Because the way that kid reacted, the way that kid would react to stuff, it'd make you look like you were the idiot.
You're not wrong. That's the same. I think
that's part of it.
It probably is. You've got the reason why, again, I think you got Boris is, he's a very credentialed wrestler.
Dake beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah, but Dake's different than
Paris beat the brakes off of him.
What'd you say?
Didn't Paris beat him too?
Yeah, but there's a massive weight difference.
Yeah, Makiov's one is bigger.
I just don't see.
Oh, I'm thinking of fucking. I'm thinking of like a Romanoff or some shit.
Yeah, Boris he's a world-class credentialed wrestler.
I just don't know if he beats Chimaev, bro.
He may not.
I'll tell you what, that one right there, because I just like you, I made the guys. The thing we like to do with this show is not look at each other's rankings beforehand, so that our discussions and our reactions to them are like real time.
Yeah.
So that we have to come up with our debates on the fly, so that they're more realistic.
Yep.
We like to, contrary to popular belief, we don't like to prepare for our debates. We like to kind of
actually be off the cuff. We want to know.
I do like seeing Woodley down there at 7. I would probably put him above Weidman just because Weidman.
That was a back and forth for me. I had literally make cards for both 6 or 7.
But
what do you think of my Giorgio at 5?
It makes sense. I think he would probably beat the guys below him.
Yeah, that's a hot take to a lot of people. But Giorgio's a really good wrestler.
He is, but he's an idiot.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like he doesn't. I don't think he has the discipline to have results that equal his skill.
You may not be wrong, but what I am saying is
I think 5's a good spot for him.
Yeah, and Armand, I think he's too small to compete against the guys ahead of him.
Yeah, Armand should probably drop down to that 165. Like he's wrestled some of the guys in the lightweight rankings, right?
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah. Like he's wrestled Palmer,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I think he fits much better in that category.
To be honest, it's not the perfect scenario for RAF for Colby and Armand to hold both the crossover belts.
Exactly right.
Is that not the perfect win-win situation?
I don't think Armand beats Pico.
You're probably right, but I'm saying
a possibility.
Do I want to see Armand versus Chimaev with a 25-pound weight difference?
Right.
Or do I want to see Armand versus Pico?
Oh,
or Armand versus Marab, or Armand versus Mendez, right? Like, I think the matchups down here
for sure
are
Chandler Armand beat Fire.
And be honest, Aljamain Sterling's in RAF too.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I'd I probably would have put Sterling in here over Nastula or Henson because Sterling actually won his match at RAF.
True.
I probably would have put him somewhere in here.
Who did Benson have? I can't remember.
Um,
I'll put you on the spot. I couldn't remember.
Damn, I don't remember.
I've
been in so many raps at this point.
I know. Benson's a tough wrestler, though, and obviously, that's his background. He wrestled in Colorado.
He wrestled fucking Sterling.
Yo, yeah,
we're retarded.
So stupid. Yeah, what was the score? I think it was pretty close.
Yeah, we're dumb. No, yeah. Sterling whipped his ass. I'm pretty sure.
Did he really? That's one that I was. Where was I at? I was somewhere. I think it was out of the country. I didn't get to watch it. So.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that he got his ass whipped by Sterling. Let me see if I can
pull it up real fast.
Yeah.
I am convinced that Colby's going to destroy Bilal.
Well, what I'm saying is like Sterling and Benson wrestled at 170.
170, yeah. It makes way more sense to wrestle Armand.
There's no way Armand's walking around more than 180.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yeah.
And Sterling beat Benson Henderson on 1 day's notice.
Woo!
1 day. They made that match the day before.
Wow. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I don't think Bilal stands a chance against Colby. Colby looked, and I just got to say this before we, rap and do this whole thing.
No, he's going to be murdered by Colby.
Murdered. And I will tell you this, and I got to take some humble pie on this one. I had Armand beating Colby, and because I thought Colby was going to look like the old man. I'm wrong. He looked good.
You know why I was rooting for Colby?
You were.
Because at that Italian restaurant that you didn't answer my phone call to come eat with me.
Gosh, dude, you didn't invite me to.
I was sitting there drinking beers with Colby's dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. We didn't know he was his dad until we sat down and had beers with us.
That's funny. Colby's always been super cool to me and to everybody's around. I mean, he plays a certain villain, but he's a good dude.
Every time I try to interview Colby, the motherfucker takes off.
Yeah, he's not great at that.
He's going so fast, you can't even say hi to the son of a
bitch. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Listen, he's a popular guy, man. He's like right now. He's the face. Him and Armin, they're doing well. This was fun to put together because
I just want to talk about one women's class before.
Yeah, let's do women's because I'll say this is fun to put together. These guys. Let's talk about some real wrestlers though. Let's talk about these girls.
I'm gonna highlight bantamweight.
Okay.
So my rankings where I had Marulius as a champ.
Okay.
I got Nachita at 1, Fogat at 2, Janik at 3, Stewart at 4, and Lisak at 5.
Okay.
So the reason I like bantamweight is because it's like RAF is still building the women's division out, right? It's still pretty shallow, right?
Very.
But that Nachita Fogat match at RAF Georgia
was good.
Exceptional.
Yes.
Exceptional. So I would like to see Nachita or Fogat. To be fair, until you get the Japanese women in here.
Yeah.
The women's division will take off.
Oh, it changes everything.
When you get the Japanese women in here.
Yep.
Period. The Japanese, 1 and 2 in the world in women's wrestling is the U.S. and Japan. That's it. There's a bit in India. India's probably 3, right? Maybe the Koreas.
Yeah.
Ironically, North Korea might actually be the 3rd or 4th. Might be the 2nd or 3rd best women's wrestling country in the world right now. I think they had 2 world champs last world championships.
You know what's interesting about somebody like Japan though is they like we have a decent. I mean, I mean this respectfully, but we have a pretty decent gap between most ones and twos in our country. In Japan, they're pretty deep. Like
They're 4 or 5 deep every weight class.
Exactly. I could see them competing. We can see a lot of Japanese girls if they end up doing that.
Yeah, you can see the Japanese versus Japanese belt matches.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, I mean,
good stuff, dude. Good stuff.
And then I'm gonna have to say Lucia Yepes is fucking phenomenal.
Incredible.
Fucking phenomenal. Every match I watch, she is excited. Like that is a women's wrestler that I don't care who she's wrestling, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, I love her. Similar to your stories about the Colby's dad, my wife and I are out, and I won't take this long, but my wife and I are out to eat, and we ran into her manager and his wife, and then we went over to a rooftop and was hanging out watching the sunset, and they happened to show up. So they sit down with us, and we sit there for like 3 or 4 hours and had this incredible like time. But they told me a little bit of the backstory of Lucia. And not only just Lucy, but the athletes in Ecuador. Yeah. And dude, it's insane. Like what you see from that girl and the excitement is not just about wrestling. She's wrestling to like stay alive and to keep her family alive.
Yeah.
When she decided she was going to wrestle, she moved into the gym, the size of a closet, and lived there for 2 years. That's what you're seeing.
I mean, that's what they say about UFC, even, right? Like, why aren't that many American fighters? Because the other countries are doing it for survival, and we're doing it for fun.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah, her story's incredible. We'll have to talk more about her when we get around to it, but come on, it's crazy.
We got to, because Lena looked like a 5-year-old child.
Bro.
When she got to interview Yepes.
Because she's awesome.
In Spanish.
Yeah, she did a great job. It was so cool. That was such a cool moment. I think Lucia really came alive because of that. She really enjoyed that. My wife was able to witness that, and it was really cool.
Yeah, she was. Both of them. They both have like that like childlike excitement.
Yes.
I was sitting there with my camera, like I'm trying to get this. This is. It's just like when she was talking to Blades and you were recording it and she didn't know you were doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the kind of shit that's I like that kind of stuff. I like the content that you just get like real life moments in the moment. You're not trying to fabricate content. You know what I mean?
Right. It's real. Which,
like I said, it's why me and you do this live, because we want everyone to see what we're real reactions, real conversation. Like none of this. Yep. We don't want to plan it and go, we're going to do this and this and have a timeline or a friggin' like, yeah, this one was 2.5 hours. So last week's was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Next month's might be an hour and 30. It just depends on where the chat takes us, where our own heads take us.
Right, what side we get on. It's on the table. Like, God, but to your chat over there, dude, that's my true passion. Like, I love wrestling, but I love stories. Like, that's kind of what my podcast is about. Is I get to try to know the athletes and try to tell their story. I almost consider myself like a documentary styled podcaster. But yeah, thanks for picking that up. That's sick.
Yeah, I don't really. That's why we kind of mesh so well.
Yeah,
we're taking two different angles of the same sport, and when we do our rankings and stuff like this, and we get our back and forth, we're mashing those two kind of. You're bringing out the stories. I'm bringing out maybe like I know more of the technical and the statistical kind of stuff, but it's that good mix of we can get the real life in there. We can get the wrestling stuff in there that people want to hear about why this and this, the technical side. And we fill it in with a bunch of cool stuff in between. You know what I mean?
No, dude. And I'll be the first to admit, like by my ranking and suggestions and thoughts a lot of times have emotional tie, which is probably not great, but it's because of those stories. I mean, the fact that Benson Henderson is as high as he is on my list is I got to train with him back in 2010, 9 and 10 when he was coming out of the other league. Now I'm dropping it, but anyways, he just got done fighting for the belt. He was a belt holder. Anthony Pettis and him kick off
Bellator.
Bellator, yeah. Kick off of the cage, or what Bellator? It was the other one. It was, gosh, I don't know. Was it Bellator? No, I don't think it was Bellator. Was that the belt? Anyways, I knew him then before he was married, before he had all his beautiful babies and kids. He wasn't the owner at at the gym out there yet. Knew his coach, John Crouch. That means something to me, So that's what's cool. You get, we get these different sides of stuff. It's awesome.
Well, partially, I asked you to do the crossovers because it was new, and like I told everybody, I was going to have women's rankings before RAF 12.
Yeah.
So I brought the women's rankings on. I was like, when I was sitting there in the presser, I was like, what'd be kind of cool? If I go ask Anton if he wants to do the crossovers, because then people are going to see two different philosophies, two different styles of rankings.
Yep.
And then now people compare our rankings within the rankings.
Yeah.
They can compare, okay, Chris's style versus Anton's style.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different conversations you can have inside of that too. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. For sure. And I'll probably be wrong a lot. Because I always go with my heart and it's always wrong. It's all good. We're crushing. It's all good.
I had Colby before we went to RAF.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
If you watched the episode before when we were doing our RAF 11 preview, me and Wesley took Armin, I took Colby.
Yeah, even in our conversation when we were talking about the last rankings, I was heavy on Armin and you were big on Colby.
Yeah, I think that one went I think I said basically that if someone could beat him, I felt like Colby was skilled enough to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't realize, I guess I should have, but I didn't realize the size difference. Like true
Colby's
size.
a big guy.
He's big. He's big.
Yeah, so when I was talking to Colby's dad, right? When I was having my beers with Colby's dad, the reason that Colby's voice sounded the way it did at the presser, and the reason he beat feet as soon as the presser was over, is because he was still cut.
Yeah.
Because RAF changed their weigh-ins to day of weigh-ins.
Yeah.
I camp. I don't know if you know that, but RAF does day of weigh-ins now. They don't do day before anymore.
Crazy.
So they're getting closer. They're getting closer to being what wrestling should be: weigh in and wrestle. What this 24-hour rehydrate bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna make the weight. You're gonna make the weight like a man the day of.
Mm-hmm. Lance said that he's been working with Colby for the last couple matches, and he was like, "You're gonna be real impressed with what you see out of Colby." I was talking to him on Friday night, and I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "He goes, yeah." He goes, "You know how Colby, when he was wrestling before, he kept trying to like limp leg out. He's like he kept turning down and trying to limp leg." And I was like, "Yeah, dude." I was screaming, yelling from the stands. It's not going to work. But he's like, "That's exactly what MMA. You're not wearing shoes, so you limp leg out and you can slide the foot out." He goes, "So we explained to him. Obviously, he goes, he's a wrestler, but it's been so long. These are catching his shoe every time." He goes, "So and then what happened, dude? He crushed Armin with his hips."
Yep.
The one time Armin got through, but most of the time he was crushed by his hips.
Hip in, knock him off balance. Like you growing up, you're like the first defense: head, hands, hips.
Right.
Sprawling is the last defense.
Right.
And when you do sprawl, what do? You hip in hard first, and then you sprawl.
Yeah, and when you're a bigger man,
and stuff the head. Right. That's literally what you're taught.
Yep. And you could see that. That was the difference in the match.
Yeah, Armin wasn't prepared for an actual
Mm-mm.
shot defense.
Nope. Good stuff, man. We only stayed on for 2.5 hours.
And you know what? Sometimes, man, like the best part about a 2.5 hour podcast is maybe people come in and out as we go. But when people need something to watch later, right? These long form podcasts tend to do well nowadays. You know what I mean?
Sure. For sure, dude. I mean, and there's a bunch of gold clips in here too, because we
Oh,
talk
yeah.
a lot. So
And plus, what the fuck else am I going to do on a Wednesday night, dude?
I gotta stay up until midnight anyways. My wife will make me, so she should be the first to tell me happy birthday on my actual birthday.
Oh yeah, my wife, I told her just wake me up for my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Oh man, hey, it's a pleasure, dude. You're awesome. Love everything you're doing. Keep rocking.
We'll be back next month for our next rankings, and maybe at RAF 12 you'll catch me and Anton doing a little something after the presser.
Yes.
We'll work that out. You'll see something on the socials if we work something out for that. So
Big
I
shout out to
appreciate you guys.
Muggsy too. Thanks, Muggsy.
Yep. Thanks, Muggsy, for showing up.
It's awesome.
Thanks, Anton, for fucking with him by calling him.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next week with Wesley. And Anton's going to do what Anton does. Make sure you check out his shit. Anton, what's the name of your podcast?
Fighting for Success.
Check out Fighting for Success on Instagram. Follow him. Listen, watch his stuff. And this feels like this is going to be a monthly reoccurrence here for the foreseeable future for the Rankings podcast, because we're having a great time with this shit.
Yes, sir.
See you guys later, guys. We're out.
Peace.